What? No! 14 is going to get this one for Queen Walker Stephanie, and they are going to be crowned the champions of the Clash of Clans World Warmup. Congratulations! Welcome to day number 2 of the group stage for the Clash of Clans World Warmup. I'm Carbon Finn, joined here with Itsu. So excited. How are you doing today?
I'm doing great. I mean, we had yesterday already so much action for this Town of 15, for this first really big Town of 15 tournament. And I think today we want to keep going with that. But before that, we're going to jump into the format, take a look at how those teams made it to this stage, because we are only on the halfway. We had 2 open qualifiers happening earlier this year, where overall 8 teams qualified. Now we are in the group stage on the second day, where we have overall 16 teams, which means the 8 qualified teams from the open qualifiers and 8 invited teams are battling it out, because only 8 teams can get to the playoffs. Playoffs then are going to be single elimination, which is happening next weekend to crown a Worlds Warmup champion. And Corin, that's a lot of prize money.
Wow. It is $30,000, and you mentioned 8 teams. It pays out to 8th place, so it's very important that you make it to the next weekend stage, because first place is taking home $10,000, with second taking home $7,000, and third $4,500. So quite a bit of prize money to start off this year in the Clash of Clans World Warmup. But of course, let's go and take a look at the invited teams that we saw a little bit from yesterday.
That's right. The invited teams so far did pretty good yesterday, if I can say so, with Na'Vi being their leader in their group for now, at least. Tribe Gaming did incredible well as well. Then we had X Sports as well. We had Chessmake Gaming GS, Clash Gems, Chessmake Gaming, Strut, and X Team Esports. All of them already a couple of matches under their belt, but they had to face off versus a couple of teams who just had to qualify to this stage, Corbin.
Yes, indeed. With the qualified teams being Bad Zinger AE, EM Esports, Blind Esports, Inquisition, Empire Gaming, Chasmac Gaming EA, Obey Esports, and Yarika. But out of these qualified teams, we have some teams, especially Empire Gaming, that's looking really good. They won yesterday, and Obey did really good against Tribe, but they did fall short in their matchup. Chasmac EA is 0-1 in the group stage right now, but they have 2 more matches to play, as every single team that is playing in this Worlds Warmup will be playing 3 matches total. And if you're in the top 2 of your group, you do advance to next weekend, which is the playoffs. But Itsu, let's go ahead and show what teams that we are going to be covering today, just after we're going to bring up these groups here. So again, Itsu, these are the groups for the viewers at home.
That's right. We have those 4 groups, as we have said earlier in the format, where only the top 2 are going to get to the next stage. And that's, as you said it, that's where everyone wants to get, because this means you're going to get prize money guaranteed as soon as you're going to get into that top 8. So far, I feel like the strongest groups look like, with Na'Vi and Tribe Gaming being in the first position for now, Group 1 and Group 2. But as well, the one group which you already, I think, called yesterday, was Group 4, which looked quite convincing stats-wise as well. So I cannot wait to see how this last day is going to turn out, because this is going to be really close in some groups.
Yeah, it's going to be really close indeed, as we're taking a look at some of the times for the matches. And if you see any match that you really like, be sure they're going to be covered over the whole community. So if it's not being covered here on this broadcast, be sure to go check out in your local language. It may be over there and you'll be able to watch it. So don't worry. If there's a match, you will be able to see it on a certain stream. So be sure to go support all the other streamers as well. But we got some epic matches that are going to be coming through. So not every single team is going to be playing all the matches today, because some played more matches yesterday. So it's a total of 3 that's going to be advancing. But let's take a look at the 3 matches that we are specifically covering here today, Itsu.
That's right. I mean, we want to for sure cover again Na'Vi because they are the world champion. Queen Walkers from last year, finding a new organization which they can represent, and they're so far showing off incredible. Chessmate Gaming EA yesterday did pretty good as well, so this could be a really, really good match in between of those 2 top teams. Obe, you said it already yesterday, did really well versus Tribe Gaming. I think got over 13 stars or something. It was not enough because Tribe Gaming had 14 stars on average on all of their different matches, which is quite crazy on ton of 15. Strat did well as well, 1 win, 1 loss, so we cannot wait to see how they're going to do on this one, because take a look at that. We see the stats right now in this group 2. I think this group 2 might be way closer depending on how consistent Op A is going to be, because they have a better average star count, they have a better average destruction count, so this could get close for Strat. They really need to make sure they're getting this win later against them, otherwise they might overtake Strat and get to the 2nd place.
For sure. Yeah, that's at the top right there, Group 2 indeed. That's going to be the battle for 2nd right there. Tribe's looking really good at 2-0 right now. Same with Na'Vi at 2-0. They're looking strong, but Chazmat Gaming EA, they are playing Na'Vi, which is going to be the very first match we're going to be watching up in the top left group for Group 1. And Chazmat Gaming EA needs to win to really try to give themselves the best chance. But I would say the biggest team that has been, I was surprised, was ET Exports down Group 3. So they recently, in last year, if you don't know, that team was MS Esports, just signed under this new team. So a lot of people would have some high expectations for that team, but unfortunately, they have fallen short, which means that the competition is fierce. It is so difficult at Town Hall 15. You just don't know what to expect it to.
That's right, and I mean, we see quite a few teams with lower scores on average, like around the 10-star mark, which is not the highest if you compare to the Town Hall 14 meta. So we have a lot of more impact now on the base building side that can really get those annoying-looking bases together, which we have talked yesterday about already with the spell tower settings. We're kind of expecting seeing a lot of the poison and invisibility tower, but we have figure out that the Rage Tower is actually super underrated, and if this setup is correctly, this spell tower can completely change a base and turn it into a complete beast.
Yes, those spell towers on defense are insane. With that Monolith, you just so difficult to charge, really, with your queen and make your way through into different bases. And like always, we see the base designs develop over the year and the base builders pick up. But we're taking a look at the roster for this first match of the day, which is Na'Vi taking on Chazmat Gaming EA. And of course, the defending world champions for Na'Vi. We've got Gaku, Stars, Klaus, Kazuma, and Bernal. Chazmat EA is bringing a roster as well.
That's right, but we are already in our first match, first attack, and we see Lalo attack, Golem, Icehound, I see it there. I see a lock launcher, which always is going for typically a lock launcher or dive. If he gets all the value he's looking for, this is typically really good. But that's always the big question, big thing. If he does not get this value, it might look problematic. The king has to go inside, and the king is not going into this compartment, which could be a big problem.
Yeah, as that log launcher is going and cutting across his base, that queen is now making her way into this multi with the Ice Hounds to be able to help protect. We have that king who is, well, he can come back alive here, but look, using some skeleton spells as he's going to slowly make his approach a little bit closer to that scatter shot.
That's right, so the entire eagle compartment is taken care of. The king is not going to get the multi-fire tower. The queen is trying her best with that royal champion, turning both heroes invisible. The invisibility spell nowadays has become such an important spell for all of those different strategies. But now the town hall, and there is an invisibility tower right behind the town hall. We have seen many problems yesterday with this combination. So can he somehow solve this issue?
We have that invisibility indeed, as there's the rage for the tunnel. It goes down. Warden ability takes out the Monolith, takes out that. The pathing is actually brilliant. It was kind of perfect there, as he has a heal, a freeze, and a haste still to use. And there we go. It's looking strong as he's making his way into that final multi-target Inferno compartment.
That's right. One more loon to place just to be safe to speed cleanup up, because time could be always an issue. Chessmake EA really needs a good start into this, because they want to somehow challenge for those top spots in this group. Because remember, you really want to get into this top 2 position in your group to make sure that you are getting to the playoff stage. And this is a really convincing start for Chessmake EA versus a team like Na'Vi, trying to somehow put them under pressure. Even though I feel like, do teams like that feel even pressure? It's right? I'm not sure.
Oh, brilliant attack there. What a use of the Ice Hounds to fly across, but keeping that Town Hall frozen as he was making his way through. So that invisibility spell did not make the Town Hall invisible to ignore it and go around, because if that explodes with all the balloons over the top of it, that is devastating. But that is the perfect start for Chessmake EA to start off against a match like Na'Vi, where you're going to be having to put up almost 14 stars, even at the Town Hall 15 meta.
Yeah, I'm just trying to double check. The average star of Na'Vi yesterday was 13 stars, so you need quite a few 3 stars to really beat them right now. So Na'Vi overall, like just based on the first couple of matches played during their group stage, was the second best team on offense. Only Tribe were better than them with 14 stars on average. But otherwise, Na'Vi, you really need to put a show against them. They have so many talented players, especially now with the latest roster changes, where they added even like another crazy person, crazy player to the roster with Bernal, like who's really famous for his queen charges. And we have talked yesterday about teams who are facing other teams which are known for queen charges. Maybe we see the defensive super miner. The defensive super miner can really wreck your queen and make sure that she's even going down through her ability. And this could be a game changer. Especially one good defense could change the entire match.
Yes, indeed. One defense, that's all it takes. And that's what these players are trying to hope for, cross their fingers as that does happen. But I'm taking a look around the other matches right now, and we do have a defense from Tribe against EM Esports. So a 2-star, 57% from EM there. So that was not looking good. But we got the next attack. Gaku coming in, and he's loving this Queen Walk Dragon Recall attack. He did this the other day, and he's bringing it again here. And let's see, as this queen, what he kind of was going for is having the queen secure the Town Hall with the charge and the recall, sending her on the other side, and then wherever the queen goes in between this original section that he took out and wherever the new queen is going. So really loving to see the recall coming into the meta right now.
Yeah, especially versus those anti-3-star bases, this strategy works really well. I did kind of the same thing with dragons and super minions, because the super minions got a small buff. If we're completely honest, the buff was not really meaningful, sadly. But if you can snipe outside key defenses to not really get into all of the damage, that's really strong, like the Town Hall, for example. And the best thing about this is, with the buff of the recall spell, the Unicorn most of the time is going down versus the Town Hall. But your healers are going to survive, which means you can recall all of them. This time around, the Unicorn survived, which means one healer got not recalled. And now the Queen is getting placed at the bottom side to create pathing for his Dragon and Inferno Dragon combination.
So what I noticed here was what he didn't do was use a rage spell, because he used that queen ability instead. I thought he might want to rage up the queen so he can secure the queen ability, like keep it for way later in the raid. But let's see how that plays a role in the rest of this attack, as the dragons, Inferno Dragons, are making their way through as the Flame Flinger just opened up.
Yeah, the queen now is getting raged up, especially I'm still like, maybe if you plan to use the queen ability, he could have only placed 4 healers to really get like no healer left behind, kinda. But right now the dragons are spreading out a lot in the core, which is typically not what you would like to have. You want to have them concentrated in the middle to have as much damage output as possible. And the queen now is walking around this bottom side, walking into the Inferno Tower compartment. He can rage her up again. But Corbin, there's quite a big backhand still left. Queen's barely hanging on. The Warden.
No! See, this
the
is
one-heated difference.
Like yeah, I mean, I thought if he had the queen ability, like he has an extra rage here. If he raged up that queen, he would have been able to potentially have that ability for later in that part to keep that queen alive. But he's got 27 seconds. He's got a couple freezes. The RC is going through towards his scatter shot. It skips. Another freeze under the ground expo. 19 seconds. Get it, Gaku. Get this one done. It's a race against time. No way.
No.
Really?
He misplaced the Barbarian, and because of that, the Barbarian did not tank for the Wizard. And this, if... Oh, this would be...
Oh, no. What?
What?
Wow. Gaku, get
that was
done. What?
I mean, what a start for Na'Vi. But, I mean, if I guess they watched the defense as well, like as Chessmac, and I would be kind of upset right now. I would be, this was a really unfortunate defense for them. Quite lucky then on the other side, but a 3-star is a 3-star, which means right now it's all tied up, and it's now back to Chessmac to get the next 3-star. And I mean, this was kind of what we were expecting, that you have to keep pressuring a team like Na'Vi to really have a chance against them, but that was a close one.
That was so close, but an incredible job there from Gaku. And I'm not going to lie, I've tried that attack. I saw Kazuma do it, and I tried it, and I came close. I time failed. It's so hard managing everything going on, especially getting that queen into the base. But here we go now. We've got a very similar attack here with the queen recall dragons, but no Inferno dragons here in the mix. There's a couple dragon riders, but he's charging this queen towards the town hall. How Gaku used the queen ability. Will he do that or freeze the town hall with a raged up queen and want to maybe invest some of the spells more for the dragon?
Yeah, he has to freeze because of the invisibility tower anyways, and this time he knows that his unicorn is going to survive because he is freezing the town hall, which means he's only bringing those 4 healers to really make good use of the entire capacity of that recall spell. Letting the queen run a little bit, but don't worry, she's going to survive, going to recall her on the right side to get that queen walk going, and with that he's just creating pathing for his dragons, which he's going to send in exactly from this bottom right side. Maybe a little bit early because the queen has not really taken down the air defense, for example. And now a slammer on the side, but that slammer is getting targeted right away from that Monolith and is not going to survive for that long, it feels like.
Yeah, that's unfortunate, but he does pull out the triple ice golem CC, which some of the dragons may end up going there as the Warden ability is protecting him through the core of this base. But his queen does make her way into the base towards going closer to that Eagle Artillery. The problem, they've all ignored the Monolith. Oh no.
That's a big problem, especially if you're attacking with Dragon Riders, but it's going down with that Warden. The question now though is, can this queen somehow turn this back? He was super early with all of those Dragon Riders. He did not really wait for his queen to create pathing or anything. Yes, the strategy is super time consuming because you're trying to dive him from multiple sides with your queen charge. But still, he started really early. Now his heroes need to make that attack count. Royal Champion already in as well. But was that too early? That's another question.
Can he still get this? With 47 seconds, the RC's ability will go off. The Headhunters are clutching up that enemy queen there. Queen's going through with ability. RC needs to make her way in. Not too much damage on the backside of this, but the problem is time is going to be an issue. There's a wall break perfectly to allow the queen to come through. It still has to get to the clan castle, though.
Wizard is running. Bottom right. Wizard is running. Is there a giant bomb? Is there the anti-wizard giant bomb?
What? There wasn't anything there. No way. It works again. It didn't even look like it. Looked like it died off, but it still gets it done. What? Wow.
Crazy.
What a match here.
And that's why you always put an anti-cleanup wizard giant bomb next to your clan castle. That is the only reason. I'm kidding, but that's now back-to-back 2 3-stars with similar strategy. I think the same approach overall with the recall strategy. Both were close, but both were 3 stars. This is the important thing, and this really Chessmate Gaming so far showing that they really, really give Navi a challenge. I mean, it's not really as easy to compete versus a team which is non-stop 3-starring, and this kind of feels like Town of 14 back again.
Absolutely. It's crazy to see the triples be coming in at Town Hall 15. I'm taking a look at the other scores here. We got Tribe Gaming, Kronos. He did fail his attack 84%. So it's 2-4 against EM Esports. We have Empire Gaming with 2 triples. So they're 2 for 2 against ET Exports. And we have Kingsman with a fail. So that's an 88% 2-star. So we have Empire Gaming looking good, and then Bedzinger have 2 fails, and Chasmac GS have a fail, so no triple in that match. But here we go. We've got Klaus kicking it off with a skeleton donut, 35 balloons. Wow, quite a bit of balloons here, Klaus.
And what I think is really surprising that we're already seeing after day 2 of this competition, a change in the base building meta. I mean, we have seen pretty much the majority of teams starting with box bases into this competition, but already now on day 2, we see 2 teams both using only anti-3-star setups, which so far seem kind of weak versus specific entries, so surprised that this is getting used so much, but right now Klaus is showing off the skills, but wait a second, the scatter is this... No!
I mean,
0 HP, but
so low. But he did get the Clan Castle. So he did get the Clan Castle and the Inferno Tower. So that is really good. So he can still work through the scatter. There is that defensive rage spell there. Oh, Queen's ability for the enemy Queen. But he's got oh my god, that is so many balloons here. So he's going to try to get this Queen to make her way to the Town Hall.
That rage scatter, ouch.
Die. Yeah, she's dying.
Ouch!
Oh, she has like no health. There's no way this Queen survives. No. Oh, she's going in. Okay.
The King!
No, King. The King bails.
King is getting lured.
Wait.
Oh, he's coming back. He tried to go for those skeletons.
But he
again! King! What are you doing?
No! This ground scale. Oh, no. Klaus, what are you going to do? How is he going to do this? Uh-oh. Oh, no. That's the problem. These skeletons, defensive skeletons, have been such annoyance for Klaus here on this attack. Oh boy.
I mean, at this point, he has to go for a really decent percentage, I feel like. Remember, this backhand scatter with that Rage Tower is supposed to be down. The Town Hall is supposed to be down, so this is looking really hard now for Klaus to pull off. But I mean, if there is someone... might be Klaus still turning this into a really solid percentage or even 3-star attack.
Ah! Oh no!
What?
What?
Was there a hound or something, or what did he? Oh, the headhunters?
He ran after the headhunters. Oh no! Warden just went on his own, and he's got 8 balloons left to try to grab percentage. So he's setting some balloons into the left. He can haste them over there. But, oh, how unfortunate there. The scatter shot staying up, and that did a ton of damage to his Queen. A lot more than he was expecting.
Yeah, those raged up defenses are quite scary. We have talked about that yesterday. They're dealing so much damage, and this base had actually 2 rage towers if we see this now. Like on the right side, we have a rage tower with scatter, double multi-inferno tower. This setup is looking really scary overall, so really solid base from Chessmake EA here. And with that, they have the first defense, and they are in the lead versus Na'Vi, which is quite surprising if I'm completely honest. I mean, Na'Vi as the world champion of last year, they have to be the favorite going to most of those matches. And right now, Klaus getting trolled by skeletons, by the Warden, by a lot of different things. So he's falling short, unfortunately.
Yeah, you hate to see it, and it can happen to the best of the players in Clash of Clans, where, you know, the Warden, he'll go run on his own, and the skeletons pulling those heroes. You know, the viewers at home, they're doing their attacks, and it happens to them, and and it happens even on the big stage here. But now Chasmac EA are looking to answer with double poisons. So he's got a bat spell, skeleton. I'm gonna say it's a Skelly Donut, but he's got poisons. Usually the Skelly Donut looks to remove that clan castle. But with that king off to the left side, to try to send him in towards this Eagle artillery to get that value, and a log launcher in the mix. So really trying to invest heavy with his heroes.
Yeah, and what I feel like is showcased so far really well on Town of 15 is that most of those bases have specific metas to counter them. Remember, we have seen yesterday so many of those Zap Titan attacks, but that was mainly versus box bases. Today we're seeing a lot of those diamond-shaped bases with somewhat exposed town halls, so that we're seeing the recall Queen Charge, we're seeing a lot of hero dive Lalo attacks, or even other type of Lalo attacks, which are typically good versus those bases. So players really adapting to whatever they're having to attack right now, it seems like, base style-wise. And right now, Lavi is trying to take down this multi-inferno at the bottom side, but there's so much damage on the Royal Champion. Can he take it down? The Queen is coming in to reinforce it, and with that, this multi-inferno tower is down.
Yeah, with this Queen now, she's going to step in towards the ground expo, taking this out. There's a bat spell straight onto the air defense of the balloons. Can help move closer to it. So maybe he was thinking that he could also try to get these balloons to just sneak in and maybe pull a tornado trap that may be in this area. Or no, he just removes the air defense of the Hound. The Ice Hound flies right across behind the Town Hall, which he doesn't lure a tornado there.
Exactly, this is really to make sure that you're creating this Hound pathing, so a possible tornado trap behind the Town Hall is not getting triggered, or at least not triggered by the loons, but the invisibility tower redirects all of those loons away from the Monolith, and that defense is going to stay alive.
Yeah, it does. It's still up with, he does have a heal spell. There's the haste and the heal now being utilized. The Queen is just staying alive. You know, she's just sneaking in here and not getting targeted. So the skeletons are going to provide the distraction. So the Queen can remove this Monolith.
Wow.
And look at this. What an attack here with that log launcher Lalo, and the Viz will go off, so we have to ignore it for a brief second. But it's not going to matter, as this is yet a third triple for Chasmac EA. A brilliant attack here. Wow.
I think the most painful fails have to be the attacks where the invisibility tower is reloading and dropping the invisibility spell right on top of the last buildings in a time failing. Because of that, this has to be like the worst thing which happens to some attackers out there. But it is another great attack, and this means another 3-star. Chasmac are putting up a show right now on those bases. And right now the question is, box bases may be better? Who knows? I mean, so far, I'm not convinced by this anti-3-star diamond-shaped setup, so hard to tell.
Maybe it's the double rage that's actually the key there, but I'm going to give you a little bit of a brief update on what's happened. Riquirez, another 2-star. He's not yet getting a 3-star here in the group stage, so it's two stars for Tribe, but we just have a triple from EM Esports. Kevin getting a 3-star right there. Empire Gaming is now 3 for 3 coming in for their attack. Cynthia just tripled for ETX Exports, and Bazinger with 3 2-stars. So we're gonna have to see some more attacks coming in across the board, but Navi is in with their next attack. Stars is bringing 36 balloons. He's like, you know what, Klaus, you were unfortunately fell short with like 35 balloons. I'll bring 1 extra, and I think I can get this one done.
The Blizzard is flying in, getting his blimp close to the Town Hall, turning everything invisible. Rage them up. The Town Hall, is it going to go down before the invisibility? Yeah, no, wait, there's... Am I blind? I thought that was, what is an invisibility tower? I'm just blind. I take everything back. So far the value is great. Stars is looking good.
Yeah, looking great. And a lot of you guys may notice he dropped an invisibility spell just a bit to the left side so that he can go for the air defense and then he drops it to the right side. These pro players, what they do is they just drop the invis around itself so that he get different values, because a lot of times the casual player, if they're doing the Blizzard Lala, may just drop the invisibility spell in the exact same spot every single time, but pros don't do that. They drop it around just a tile or two in different directions. You may not even notice it if you're not looking for it, but with that Raw champion now down, his hero's pushing into the right side.
Oh, and we see right now either a ward walk bait or a flame flinger bait. I think it's more like the flame flinger bait on the right side. This has to be a flame flinger bait because there were no expos whatsoever. We see the flame flinger getting used by a lot of pros. I mean, it's just a crazy siege machine if you can get the value. So nice bait right there. And another thing which we notice is something I always take a look at is the expo settings. We have typically always 4 ground expos, but on those bases right now, it's 3 expos set to air and only 1 expo to ground, which might be a threat to the Lalo. But the heroes are staying alive way longer.
Yeah, we have the defensive rage there as the balloons are moving in towards the scatter, the Monolith on the backside. But that defensive rage is just devastating. It's doing so much damage to these balloons, especially this multi, so he's keeping it frozen. He has bag and balloons coming into the Teslas, the Air Expo, where the balloons are all over this map with one more freeze used, and Stars is looking good here as long as he can take that multi down, but he still even has this Queen up running around this base and taking down Rainberry. What an attack here with that Blizzard Lalo.
Yeah, and Na'Vi really needed this 3-star because they are still behind depending on whatever Chessmac is going to do in their next attack. But this means Stars, as usual, it feels like getting his 3-star in with the Blizzard Lalo. It is just so crazy how consistent he is with that strategy. It's so impressive. And, well, that means Na'Vi gets the second 3-star on the board. 3 stars. Do we have any other 3-stars in other matches?
Yeah, so we're looking no 3-stars at all in the match between Betzinger and Chasmac GS at the moment. Oh no! You remember yesterday it happened again to Amualin. He 1-starred again. Amualin getting a 1-star, 84%. Yes, this is the second 1-star now. And Tribe has failed every attack so far. Rikira's failed. Kronos failed. Yo-Yo all failed. And only one of their attacks has been in the 90s. The others were in the 80s right there. And EM Esports has got the advantage over Tribe Gaming. So a couple of crazy things going on so far to start the day off. But here we go. We've got Equal coming in with a Lalo. It looking like a Sui Lalo trying to get some skeleton spells. He's got the poison spell in the mix. And that log launcher.
Yeah, and remember we saw this base already yesterday where Na'Vi faced off versus Blind. We had the Queen charge hybrid into the Town Hall, if you remember. The Queen lost her ability within the first couple of seconds and then had no chance versus the double ground expo. So looking forward to see if this entry now works way better with the lock launcher dive in from the Eagle side. The same approach which Chessmac has done already now a couple of times already. He needs to be careful with all of that damage. Those raged up expos can do a ton of that. But so far, it's looking pretty good.
Yeah, that log launcher is going to be able to take out that multi-target Inferno. That King is tanking forever. The Queen. Oh, the log launcher now just took a few hits of damage and opens up. They are looking to path their way in. Yes, the King takes out the Expo, so the Yeti goes straight into that multi and pulling out that Clan Castle as the Queen is now responsible for taking out the scatter shot here.
Yeah, and so far this is oh my, this value is looking crazy. The Tesla farm in the core, maybe those destroying the pathing, but what do you see?
I was just saying, like, exactly what you said, the value that he got with his heroes. The whole left side is gone. It's like his heroes took out 50% of this base, Itsu.
And they keep going. I mean, the next multi-inferno tower is going down with that Royal Champion. If it's like one multi-inferno tower, one scatter shot are the biggest threats at the moment with, again, the classic combination Invisibility Tower and Town Hall. And yet again, we have a Queen, which somehow stayed alive. But there is not too many loons going for the Town Hall. Wait a second, Carbon.
Oh, the path thing. Uh-oh, there's a Rage Warden ability. Oh! What? Wait, no! The Town Hall was invisible, so they ignored it. But they go back, but that actually might have helped a little bit, so they ignore the Town Hall poison. Here's they're on the other side.
The heal spell is coming in, but is it going to heal through all of that damage? I feel like this scatter might be the MVP.
That scatter shot needs to lock on like to the owl or something. It does! Oh! The blues are gonna sneak in. It's hitting the owl. And then now he's going for the air defense, but the archer tower, and the warden goes down to the splash of the scatter as this attack just falls short. It all came down to running around that town hall due to the invisibility spell. Wow.
Yeah, I think overall he had to invest too many spells onto the hero dive with a lot of freezes because the ground expos raised up. There's just way more damage than what he was expecting, I feel like. So he had to freeze a couple of times to really make sure that his queen especially is staying alive and getting further into the scatter compartment. But at the same time, this is a higher percentage than what Na'Vi got. So this still means they are in the lead, even if Na'Vi is going to 3-star just based on the percentage. So that shouldn't be the biggest issue. So if they 3-star the next attack, Na'Vi could do whatever. They cannot win then. So everything depends on their last attack. They can just ignore whatever Na'Vi's throwing at them. But for Na'Vi's side now, they just have to concentrate on their own, 3-star both attacks, and that gives them the best chance for somehow turning this match around.
Yeah, and for Na'Vi, they are sitting at the top of the group right now, 2-0. So if Na'Vi were to lose, being 2-1, they're still completely safe to be looking to advance to next week, which is the playoffs. As out of these teams, you need to be in the playoffs to take home some money because the prize pool is $30,000, and that's when it starts to get paid out. But here we go, Bernal coming in with a hybrid, bringing the ground in, as we've been seeing so much. Lalo with that queen charge from the left side, making her way closer to the town hall, most likely, and no recall spell in here. So if that queen steps into the town hall, you have to be very careful with that defending CC behind it and that monolith.
Ooh, those Tesla might mess up the pathing. He has to invest quite a bit to get that queen back because this queen is supposed to get into that town compartment. Is she, though, with those Tesla popping up? I'm not sure. I think she's going to go for the mortar next, maybe for the elixir collector. Yes. And okay, somehow she is going in. Somehow she is going into that compartment. But the first black mine hitting those healers. Second black mine is getting triggered. So nice job with that Kokoloon. And I remember, I think I saw a post on Twitter from Bernal where he said that Queen Charge Hybrid might be stronger than Queen Charge Lalo. At least I think he tried that in Legends and had a quite, I think around about 300 trophies offense. So really, really good there. So maybe he has tried a little bit Queen Charge Hybrid. So especially the new siege machine in use is getting me kind of excited.
Yeah, with this queen, she's making her way left, slowly just dealing with these pups from the Lava Hound. And here he's starting the hybrid right into the enemy queen with the hogs, not waiting around Royal Champion, and going with that battle drill. We've got a battle drill in the mix with the hybrid, probably one of the least used siege machines with even the wall wrecker, as there may see more use in the future, as now the king is going to make his way in towards this eagle artillery as the pathing is set, trying to keep this queen alive as the warden ability is just utilized.
That's right. The king was delayed to make sure that he's not tanky too much, which surprises me, to be honest, because I would have expected then the king to be combined with the Frosty. I feel like I'm not the biggest fan with the delayed king and the Phoenix because, I mean, the king has to go down to get the value, and take a look at that. There's just so much going on in the core. I feel like the troops are just slowly getting taken care of.
Yeah, the hybrid is pretty much gone from the core. That Royal Champion dies. The Warden, the Diggy was helping quite a bit. And stunning and taking out that scatter shot as the King's ability is now running around. And that battle drill is actually still up. Look at this. Bernal bringing in the hybrid attack to get it done for Na'Vi, where they definitely needed to keep pace with what Chasmic EA has been doing in this match here. And the battle drill doesn't even open.
Yeah, and at the same time, as I said, I think the Phoenix is so overrated. I mean, the Phoenix did nothing. I think Frosty is always guaranteed value for your attack, but I don't know, especially if you're delaying the king like this, which I liked a lot. I think delaying the king that much was a genius move, but then was just the wrong path to combine him with that, in my opinion, especially because he had the battle drill on this side. Another thing which might be kind of not as obvious, but what he did is he put the Siege Machine, the drill, really far on the outside, because you want to split your Roy Champ and the Battle Drill. The reason is Diggy is stunning as well, the Battle Drill is stunning. Those stun effects are not adding up, which means you want to stun different buildings, so splitting them up is getting you way more value. So really good use of him, like keeping track of that and making sure that he's splitting them apart to make sure that he can stun as many different buildings as possible and getting the most out of that bonus effect of those troops, or like the path.
Yeah. Wow, that's actually brilliant insight right there. That's like a little tip that viewers at home should definitely be doing. Making sure to keep the Battle Drill and the Royal Champion with the Diggy and completely different little sections of the base so they're not stunning similar things. But we're starting with the next attack, Rainberry. He's got the Zap Lalo, bringing the lightning spells to remove quite a bit of here in the core. But that defensive Rage Tower is going to stay up, and it's going to be doing a lot of damage as he approaches the core of the space here.
Yeah, I think he could have taken down everything together, right? Like, lightning spells are always like a thing for themselves. It's sometimes kind of tricky to know what exactly the pattern is, but overall, taking down 2 defenses already. King is taking down the defending queen, taking down all of the Tesla, which were located in front of that compartment. Now the queen is getting sent in to take down the eagle, with the royal champion slowly but surely taking down that scatter. And then there's a lot of base left, to be honest.
There is, but he does lure out a triple ice golem CC. Luckily, this royal champion, if she waits in here long enough, he can have those ice golems sit there and go down. But it looks like she is getting picked off, as that Diggy will retarget and join in with a different hero, as the ice golem does just die, and the queen is removing the eagles. A Lalo is happening at the same time. So much multitasking going on here.
That's right, and he has to freeze this invisibility tower non-stop to really make sure that it's not going off. There is now the freeze. Town Hall is going down. It was never close, Carbon. It was never close.
Wow, look at that, as the balloons do backtrack to take out the Monolith, going into the scatter shot as they are flying around, and I think, okay, no, I think that was not his freeze. I think that was the defending ice golem dying on that freeze, as the balloons are coming toward the left. He does have a dragon, but that's going to be getting hit. Finds that tornado trap right there on the kind of outside to the left there, but this defending multi is going to be a problem for these balloons.
Red mines are hitting. Oh no, multi-inferno tower is going down. Single inferno tower has to be next though.
No. Wait, I think the Diggy is still alive. It just is sneaking in there. It was able to stun, but the problem is all the balloons and the dragon ended up dying off. Wow. You know what this means? Na'Vi have a
lot of pressure
to win on their final attack to go 3-0 in the group stage. Oh my. Unfortunate there for Rainberry.
But this means there is a ton of pressure on this last attacker for Na'Vi. I think based on the percentage, they have to 3-star. 3-star or they lose. I mean, there is no percentage win or something. Jasmine just have way too good percentage overall. So the only chance for them to win is a 3-star. And this is quite a bit of pressure, I want to say, on this one. Yeah. So let's see how that's going to go. And obviously what strategy is going to bring. So far we have seen a huge variety in strategies, which I think is really cool to see. But still, a lot of Lalo based on, I guess, the base type we have seen so far.
Yeah, tons of Lalo attacks, but I'm taking a look at the other matches. Empire Gaming putting up 14 stars, winning that match against ET Esports. A really strong performance. We have Betzinger at 8 stars for 4 attacks. Nope, not just updated. Now they're 10 stars for 5 attacks. All 2 stars for Betzinger. And Chasmac GS looks like they are probably going to win with a 2-star, and that will be a victory for them. And Tribe Gaming is going to lose. They have all failed so far. Exorcist has his final attack to do, but they have yet to triple in that match. EM will be victorious in that one here, but here we go. Kazuma is the final attacker for this match here, and he must triple to win as he's going straight into a Tesla farm with this flame flinger, which is it a Tesla farm bait to try to catch this flame flinger? Uh-oh.
I think we have seen this now already a couple of times from Chessmate, that they had those flame flinger baits, and most of the time they had more traps inside, which means I would pretty much, I would be pretty safe that there is maybe some small bombs or skeleton traps or something still there. He's trying to lure them right now with a Hog Rider. There's the skeleton trap. It's going to run into the flames of the flinger. It's going to go down, but it's going to be risky, and at the same time a lot of multitasking because he's charging that town hall at the same time right now. Really make sure that time might be not an issue overall.
Yeah, as this queen does secure the town hall, she's making her way through that mile is a big problem onto this queen as he freezes it up, making his way into the enemy World Champion. He's gonna have to get the hybrid down, and he sends it in now with the miners, the hogs, the Warden World Champion, and the defensive rage is there, making the queen invisible to keep her alive.
That's right, the flinger has got already a lot of value. It's mainly used for funneling, and what I like a lot is I see my favorite pet out there, Frosty, going in and taking down defenses left and right. The queen ability to keep her alive, and there's just so much chaos going on.
Yeah, so much stuff happening. Remember, this got to be a 3-star as the queen is now dealing with these lava pups. Luckily, he can get through it, and the lava hound did not move over to the World Champion, so she can continue her way in as the flame flinger now just opens. The queen is securing this monolith. He's into the core. There's a freeze. There's a rage. He has to heal leading into the scatter shot.
Ooh, I'm not sure. The heal did not cover too much, but it might be just enough to get this done. We have those miners closing in onto the last scatter shot. The frost, the lizard is running around, but nothing is targeting right now. That
wait a second.
Scatter shot. The Yeti's at the top side though. This might still work, and this should work, I think.
He's got the sneaky goblins. They're running around. He is collapsing right there. And look at this. Kazuma is gonna get it done with the pressure on the line. And the 3-star for Navi. And they are gonna be victorious off of that attack. Brilliant job getting it done with the hybrid. And wow, keeping everything into the core, and even with the Teslas that popped in front of that flame flinger, keeping it alive. What an attack, and what a war we had here, Itsu.
Yeah, it's especially like the multitasking going on. Queen charging the town hall at the same time, identifying the danger which is coming from this Tesla farm, and that there might be more traps hidden in there, and really making sure to enabling the flame flinger. And we can see right here the percentage were not in their favor, but the stars in the end were. So really good comeback by them, and Navi's showing yet again how consistent they are, because so far, based on the results of yesterday, we have seen Tribe Gaming with the 14 stars on average and Navi 13 stars. But if we now take a look at all 3 matches of the group stage, Navi is just way more consistent with their results overall. But it's GG as well to CMG, because, I mean, they just put a show. I mean, that was a really true challenge for Navi in this group stage.
Yeah. And you look at that, Navi with all triples, but Klaus falling short, that 74%. It's definitely something a lot of viewers are probably very just, wait, what happened in the attack? It was not taking out a scatter shot in a Skelly Donut. Definitely hurt him in the town hall, staying up. I'm going to look around the other matches, and EM Esports defeats Tribe Gaming 12-10 in their match. We had Empire Gaming defeating ET Exports 14-12 in that one. And now we have Chasmac GS winning 11-10 in there. So, man, the group stages is starting to really develop. We'll bring that in a little bit. But first, I'm going to break down an attack that we just saw in this match here from Navi. And, yeah, we got Stars up in here. And this is what I wanted to bring. The reason why I want to bring Stars attack is look at how he deploys the Invis. Watch. It's going to be to the left of this Dark Elixir storage. Watch this. So he's going to deploy this, and it's going to be to the left so that the Super Wizards go for this air defense. And now once that goes down, now it's going to be on the right side, so it goes for the Wizard Tower. So you can see how he places the invisibility spell around, not every single time on the exact same spot. That's what these pro players do. They really are precise with, so they can go for certain defenses around it, but keeping the Super Wizards invisible every single time. Because if you just drop in the same spot every time, you might go for the certain defenses, then they might walk onto that Town Hall Explosion and not get it. It's very difficult to do, but if you can master that small little trick, your Blizzard Lalos will get so much better. And now that you know that trick, pay attention to all the rest of the Blizzard Lalos when the pro players do it, because that's exactly what they do for their hits. But notice this as well. There was the Tastafon that Itsu talked about, and that we saw almost trick up Kazuma. And in this one, there's the Tastafon right there, where it was not too many baits, or not too many traps, giant bombs, small bombs that Kazuma's hit, but this one, it's everywhere. So luckily, Stars did not send a Flame Flinger into this compartment here as he sends his heroes in. So the Blimp secured the Town Hall, his heroes are removing the right section, and his Lalo is going into the Eagle. If you have a certain section of Lalo into the Eagle, because you want to take that down as quick as possible. Notice he pops this Warden ability also to protect not only, well, he tries to get a Hound, he doesn't here, but he gets the Headhunters, right? A lot of people that are trying to start Lalo off is they use that Warden ability for the balloons, but they don't use the Warden ability to protect the Headhunters as well. You want those Headhunters to be protected moving into the base as you go around, and of course, freezing up the splash damage, which is a raged up multi-target Inferno there. So he's continuing his way around, but the value he got from his Blimp, from his heroes combined, Laloing over the Eagle, is why this attack worked really well as a Blizzard Lalo, as he was able to move his way through and had plenty, well, I was going to say plenty of balloons, but enough to be able to get this one up. And the Queen doesn't even die. She stays up. So what a strong attack here from Stars. Very smart use of the Invis around this base and getting it done, which they absolutely needed this triple here for Na'Vi to get this match, which they're going to go now 3-0 in the group stage. So we'll bring up the group stage results once they are ready, but that was such an impressive attack, and these pros show exactly how to get it done here at Itsu in a match of this caliber.
That's right. It was back and forth non-stop between those two teams. So that was just the perfect case right there with having this match on the big screen. But as well, we have obviously more matches to come today. There's 2 more matches actually going to come for us on this stream. Then again, we have way more other matches happening at the same time, which are getting casted by other different streamers, where you can for sure check them out and cheer for your favorite team right there. Our next match is going to be Strat versus Op-A. And yesterday, Op-A was really strong versus Tribe Gaming, so I cannot wait to see, because this might be actually the match to decide who's actually finishing second in that group. So it's going to be a really important matchup, and maybe with Tribe's loss, it's going to change some other interactions as well, with like EM still having a chance of maybe somehow getting in that second position. So this group might be a huge roller coaster of emotions still, because there is nothing decided yet, it feels like. And there we go with the stats overall. We see Tribe from 14 stars average down to 12.5. The percentage as well quite significantly lower. And Op-A, we see 13 stars yesterday versus Tribe Game with 96% destruction, which is not bad, and it's actually higher than the average of Strats. So this match could be really close overall.
Oh yeah, this is going to be a really close one for sure. Like you mentioned, Obey and Strut, this is going to really determine on who has a chance at moving up, as we see EM Esports at that 1-1 position. That was a huge win against Tribe Gaming, but Tribe is looking safe so far at being at 2-1. Na'Vi obviously is 3-0. They're advancing, no worries there. Chasmac Gaming GS, they're advancing to next weekend, no worries. But the Group 3, this one's going to be interesting as well, as Empire Gaming are 2-0 right now, so they're looking the safest. Inquisition 1-0. trying to think. Wow, this is oh no, look who's in last. ET Sports 0-3. Not the performance that they wanted to have here in the group stage, as they are going to be eliminated and not going to have a chance to move on. But wow, Inquisition, Chasmat Gaming, and Empire Gaming, it's going to be a toss-up of who will win this one. But here we go, Obey versus Strut. And the first attack is in, and we've got a Queen Charge Recall 7 dragons. A heavy amount of dragons in this hit here.
That's a lot of dragons for sure, and I'm not sure, maybe we could show the top side of the base a little bit more again, because I feel like this spell tower could have been that a rage as well. I mean, sometimes, and we all know, there's base builders working behind the scenes on those bases, so, is that the right spell tower? Because I think he has the poison tower selected at the moment, but it feels like a rage tower in between the two scatters, in between the two expos would make sense as well, but either way, right now, charge for the town hall. He has to freeze for that queen at the town hall to make sure that the invisibility tower is not going off, and then he can recall. He has to freeze again. Ooh. But so far, looking good.
Town hall is secured right there. Recall. Ooh, close. But he's able to pull that queen back. Well done. And now gonna have to be patient, dropping the queen to the far right side, and typically you send those dragons in between where you just set with your queen funnel.
That's alright. The queen now creating exactly the path that you were talking about, with the dragons now pushing in. And one thing which really helps are the sweepers. I mean, both sweepers pointing away from the town hall side, which is exactly the side where those dragons are coming in. And yet again, we see a slammer, which is coming in from a complete off angle, sniping out and backhand air defense, and maybe even getting more value depending on how things are going.
Yeah, with that rage, taking out the World Champion, taking out the multi-target Inferno as the dragons are continuing their way into the core. Now working onto this Monolith, freezing up that Eagle Artillery. Didn't freeze up that multi, but a lot of the dragons have pretty much disappeared now in this core.
Yeah, I feel like the biggest weakness of this strategy at the moment is that there are not that many things you can combine it with. Because I feel like that you don't have a new level on Town of 15 for the dragons or for the Dragon Riders. You can really notice that. It is kind of crazy. So them going down so quick versus like a Monolith is really, really problematic. At the same time, I've tried to combine it, for example, with Electro Dragons, which sometimes is an issue because they need spells, and you don't have that many spells because you're using the recall spell already. But this one is running low on time. Power-wise is a complete different thing, but time is going to be for sure a problem in this one.
Yep. As the RC ability skips through here, unfortunately, not going to be able to get this as the Monolith becomes invisible. With the invisibility spell, RC goes down. And this is going to be in the low 90% here. 91, it looks like. Philip coming in with that defense. So Strut looking strong to hold the defense here. And Obey's going to have to be bringing the triples, just like Strut will have to, because it's going to be close, right? They're really close right now in the group stage standings. The winner of this really has a good chance at advancing, as Strut is currently, what, I believe 1-1 right now. They're trying to go 2-1 in the group stage, as you only play a total of 3 matches to try to advance to the playoffs.
That's right, and then you have to be in this top 2 position, your specific group, to make it to the playoffs, as you said it. So now it's back to Strut, and they need to actually start strong to really make sure they're putting up the pressure to the other team. And I mean, we have seen this earlier already, like being able to have like this kind of momentum going for you is giving you quite a bit. And at the same time, though, Strut has the veterans on their team who just mentally are going to be able to support all of their teammates. And we're starting things off with somewhat of a box base. And what does this mean? That's right, Zap Titans is back on the menu. So let's see how that's going to work.
Yep, Zap Titan 6 lightning spells is enough to be able to help remove a Monolith, and is going for exactly that. The Monolith goes down, so Flame Flinger can step up to go for that Town Hall using the Hog. Why? Because he wants to pull some Teslas. Doesn't find any here, as that means it's going to be safe to try to have this Flame Flinger continue its way towards the Town Hall. Eventually, you got to be patient with that, as if it doesn't go down, then that will be a huge issue, as he's putting a lot of faith into it, setting up the funnel to push these Electro Titans straight into the floor with a jump.
That's right, but I mean, the Flinger still has a long way to go. Normally you want to have the tunnel going down for the Flinger, but I am not sure if he's going to get there. But let's see how he's going to use the jump. He says the Royal Champion, obviously, to maybe save something. There's the wall break going. That wall break is genius because this means he can delay the jump spell now. But take a look at that. Double rage coming in. There's so much damage happening.
Oh my, yeah, that rage up eagle shots now that are going to be hitting him. Warden ability does go off, and watch this. The eagle shots are going to do so much damage to the Electro Titans. Ow! Oh my goodness, the health is going down so fast to these troops as the King's ability does go off. He's moving his way through. There's the jump spell to the back end, as he is going to use a freeze for that defensive queen as he's making his way through.
That's right, but the queen hanging on just barely, but we have to take a look at the Town Hall. The Town Hall is going down slowly, but the HP of the Flamefinger is not that good anymore, so depending on if the Builder Hut is really being able to like hold back and make sure that this building is not going down, but at the same time we have the Titans coming from the top side. Way more survive this core than I would have thought, considering that there was a double rage.
The RC ability can clutch, and the Town Hall even goes down. How the Flame Flinger was able to stay alive this whole time, get that value as an Electro Titan, yet he does come out of here. And as long as he's got the time, it's looking like a 3-star here for Rega Torres.
That's right. It's just, I feel like this is one of the main reasons why people are not using the box space in those pro matches anymore. Just because this strategy is just so good versus this specific base style. And especially making sure that you can't really lightning anything. It's nearly impossible because you're just going for whatever building is in the way of your Flame Flinger. And you can't put every single expo around the town hall to protect it. That's not how it works. So really hard to set up a base to defend this specific attack. So that's why we're seeing so many different, well, diamond shape or even anti-3-star bases to somehow be able to defend that, until the point where I feel like then the base builders are going to find maybe a way on how to defend the box bases a bit better versus this strategy.
Yeah, they're going to have to find something. I'm sure they will think of something as well. When we take a look at some of the scores around the other matches, Blind Esports has a 3-2 lead over X Team Esports right now. Inquisition is 2-3 for Chasmat Gaming. We do have Temper for Chasmat Gaming, getting a triple for them. And then P. Castro tripling for Clash Champs, while Stadra of Yarika falls short with a 2-star right there. So not able to get a triple there. So we got triples coming across the board across different teams. As now Obeys in with the next tech. And again, here we go, Itsu. Let's see. This time he's not going from the Town Hall side because there is an invisibility spell here. He does still have the lightning. 5 of them though here with Electro Titan.
That's I mean, it's a really surprising lightning because he only took down a bomb tower and an inferno tower.
Yeah. Maybe
that's mainly because of pathing, but either way I feel like the lightning did not do too much, because if that would have been Expo, yes, 100%. I mean, this would prevent the Flame Flame to get a lot of value, but I'm not convinced yet. But let's see how the One Walk is going to work and how much value he's going to get with that Flinger, because there's the King as well. The King is defending that Eagle side, so that might be a problem.
Yeah, that could be an issue as some castles have popped up over there, which mean that the Flame Flinger has to slow down and not able to lock onto that Eagle Artillery as fast. This is gonna take a long time in order to do that, as the Builder Hut does go down. Electro Titans are down, moving into this enemy queen with an Ice Golem and a couple balloons. Ground Skeleton to try to provide that distraction. Ace is gonna try to jump his way in towards this Town Hall as the CC of triple Ice Golem is now just getting lured out.
The triple Ice Golem, just the most annoying clan castle for this strategy. You're going to be stuck for so long. And the worst thing, you are right next to the Monolith. That Monolith is just dealing so much damage to all of those Titans with the Rage Tower going off as well. So there's just a ton of damage right now, and the Town Hall going invisible.
Yeah, Town Hall becomes invisible, and they ignored that Monolith, which caused the Electro Titans to jump the wall and now get hit by this Town Hall explosion as he's making his way through. But the Flame Flinger did secure the Eagle Headhunter, yet he's working onto the defensive King so he can send his RC not up there, but to the bottom side to move behind this King who has just died, and the Phoenix has come just activated there.
Yeah, his troops have to go through a wall at some point, which means he's trying to force them more into the scatter compartment, especially now with the Royal Champion jumping around them. But Carbon, again, take a look at the time. The time is ticking. With the Warden Walk, it's always so time-consuming with the time the Warden takes, the limited damage he has, but the Royal Champion is looking strong. Maybe the Queen ability?
Uh-oh.
By the way, what is the Queen wall? Like, what is the wall?
Queen is stuck on walls!
Yeah.
Uh-oh. RC's got to run. The Headhunters to the top side. The Wizard. The cleanup is coming in clutch. Look at this. He's running around, and it's looking like it's going to work. And it does! Getting the 3-star. Well done. And he did not use the lightning behind or around the Town Hall and having the Flame Flinger secure that. So this attack completely flipped up the normal version of it on its head. So you don't always have to go for the Flame Flinger for the Town Hall, lightning around, and Electro Titan somewhere else. You can even do in this version where you get the Eagle with the Flame Flinger, but that seemed to be a little bit closer of an attack than what Rigatorez's was.
That's for sure. And I mean, I would have never thought this could work based on just the lightning value he has gotten, but this just shows that you just need to lightning something for pathing. It's not that you need to take down, I don't know, 5 scatter shots, 10 X-bows, and 20 Monolith. Like, this is not what you're going for. You're just going for pathing or taking down specific buildings, which could actually counter your Flame Flinger. So, really, really good and nice plan right there. And with that being said, it's now the first 3-star, and Strat has to answer with their next attack, and it's going to be, again, the Zap Titan. So I feel like as soon as we're seeing a lot of those box spaces, it's a lot of Zap Titans.
Zap Titans is on the menu with the lightning to help grab the multi and the ground X-bow here. With that Yeti off to the left side, and what is the plans it looks like? So, okay, step 1, drop your Warden for a Warden Wall. Step 2, use the lightning spells to remove some funneling value. Step 3, have the Flame Flinger either go for the Town Hall or the Eagle Artillery. Step 4, send the Electro Titans in. It's a 4-step process, it looks like, for this attack, as he's moving in with that jump into the Town Hall, as he's pulling out a triple Ice Golem CC, which looks like to be the defending meta against these bases.
Yeah, you really have to use the triple Ice Golem to have a chance of defending this, but the question now is if there is enough damage or too much damage for the defensive side. We have the King ability now coming in with those witches on the outside. They're trying to somehow defend all of the, I don't know, like the incoming damage with the Warden ability now in the core, and the Town Hall getting turned invisible.
That's a lot of damage there as he freezes up the Town Hall. King comes back alive in the Flame Flinger, but it did not secure its objective. The Flame Flinger's objective was to go for the Eagle Artillery, and it opened early, not securing that. So he now sends the Royal Champion in to help try to take that down.
Yep, that's alright. With the Royal Champion going for that single Firmament Tower, going for the Eagle next. But I feel like this time around we have a lot of defenses still left, especially the Scatter Shot at the bottom side. The X-bow is still standing. And this looks maybe like a defense versus the Zap Titans with the box space. So that's looking promising. And something which is even more important, really low percentage.
Yeah, that was 76%, which means that this is going to be bringing this match close. And these two teams are neck and neck right now against each other in the group stage of the competition, as all the teams battle 3 times in their own group, top 2 advance, and only one of these teams is most likely going to be able to advance to the playoffs. just because you lose this, well, this is the Struts' last match of the group stage here. So this is match number 3, but Obey will be playing one more match after this, so they'll have a chance to try to win again. But Philip, every single building matters. 81, 82 could be it. Looks like it will be, as that's all there is going to be in this hit here, as those archers won't have enough time, or even will just die to the Arch Tower and Expo. Great effort there. Only the 82. So it's going to be a close match here, Itsu.
Yeah, I mean, I'm just thinking right now about the different possibilities in this group, because just imagine now OpA going to win this, and then they're going to play now next round versus EM. And if they lose that, then EM has the chance of like getting further. So like this group is so like there's so many possibilities of teams going to get this second seed overall. So nothing is over, I feel like. And actually, if EM is going to get the second seed, I think if it's head-to-head tiebreaker, then Tribe would be even second and EM would be first in this group. So that would be kind of crazy. Well, so I think there's so many different options to open on this one, depending on this specific match. This is kind of the thing which enables all of this, because if Strut is winning this, then it's kind of over. Then everything is set for this group and nothing can change too much. So a lot of things are dependent on this match. And we have the next attack live. We have a box base, but what is going on? Where are the Zap Titans?
Where are the Zap Titans indeed? I am questioning that, right? As the blimp is going in to help remove that multi. I'm going to try to grab this round Expo. The Queen's taking... Oh, Queen! No! Queen ability has been forced right there as he's trying to send this Queen around to this Town Hall. Does use the poison spell onto the Lava Hound, which pops and dealing damage to the King, but no Queen ability through this attack is going to really hurt.
Yeah, that hurts for sure. Especially, I cannot wait to see how good those Dragon Riders are going to work versus, I mean, overall a core like this. Raged up Scattershot, raged up Eagle, raged up Monolith, I think, based on that spell tower positioning, could be really problematic, I would say, for Dragon Riders. Now we have the... No, he didn't! No! He did not freeze the invisibility tower, and now the Tornado Trap rotates him away. 2 black ones already hit his healers, and now there's a Skeleton Trap. This could...
Oh, no.
Another invisibility spell, that's important. And another Rage, which I feel like that Rage was not really needed.
Well, Queen's trying to stay alive. Moving her way in towards this multi next with the invisibility spell. Oh, look at the red air bombs over there on the outside. Sending the Dragon Riders, and that Queen's going to go down. Can't save her as the Monolith has locked on with this Warden and Dragon Riders. We still have a ton left of this base that he's going to have to push through.
Yeah, the Dragon Riders are getting picked off slowly, and I feel like... Yeah.
Oh, unfortunate with that freeze on the outside. The defensive rage now just goes off. Headhunters, unfortunately, we're not even able to remove that enemy Royal Champion, as the Dragon Riders do die off, as we're going to have a low percent here for Obey Manic, and trying to get as much percentage now with the minions and Sneaky Goblins around the top side and to the left here. But Hugo Stiglitz's base is going to hold strong for Strut.
For me, it's a big question mark why he decided to go in with Dragon Riders versus a raged up Monolith versus raged up Scattershots, because you have seen, I mean, this Monolith has pretty much 3-shotted in a raged form those Dragon Riders, and I think maybe even 2-shotted the Warden. So quite surprising for like the strategy choice right there. And yeah, based on that, it's going to be quite a low percentage, and this means both teams are quite struggling if you compare it with the first match which we have seen today. I mean, Chasmac and Navi were like going head to head with like non-stop 3-stars, but now this match is way more on the defensive side, which is kind of cool to see that really Town of 15 is changing up everything. Like some matches are like if the teams are in a maybe good mood, good run, whatever, there's a lot of 3-stars on the line, but with then, I don't know, maybe a bad match or something, some teams are going to struggle a lot. As we have seen earlier, you have said it, with Tribe Gaming only getting 10 stars after having yesterday 14 stars average. So
yeah,
there's a lot of ups and downs.
Huge. Yes, it's really, you're riding the momentum wave, in absolutely, because like you said, 14 stars for Tribe Gaming in their first match, 14 stars in their second match, and then 10 stars out of nowhere, right? And it really comes down to how your teammates' attack goes, and that could affect your own attack. I'm sure you've experienced it as a pro player, so you just have to stay calm, cool, and collected, and that's what Mask is trying to do here, as Mask is coming in with that Queen, a charge, hybrid, and really bringing in a heavy amount of miners in the mix here, with 18 of them, and he's decided to bring in an Electro Titan with his attack.
Yeah, I'm just trying to think of where he's going to put that. Is he going to use that with the King together, or maybe he's going to use that with the hybrid together? Let's just see what exactly Musk is trying to come up with right here. But right now he's charging into that tunnel compartment. He has to be careful with those healers not getting in range of the scatter, raising the Queen up now with those healers together. But it seems like the healers are staying safe and staying protected.
Yeah, with this Queen making her way into this air defense. Not the bomb tower. Sending some balloons in towards the cannon by the Eagle, but pulling out the CC of archers. More archers. And a little bit more archers with a little headhunter right in the mix. And a couple ice golems as this Queen is trying to make her way to that town hall.
Yeah, I mean, it's a quite time-consuming charge. So I feel like he has to charge or start at some point with the charge still going on. King at the top side with the siege barracks together, and then he has to combine that Titan in there as well, I guess. Yep, exactly like that. He's starting with his troops now from the top side. The Queen, though, has to go for the channel. Ooh. Is she go?
No!
No way! Queen!
What are you doing? Going for the wall, Queen. You're supposed to go for the tunnel, and even worse, it's a single target Inferno. He's invested everything. There's no turning back from this. He just hopes his Queen comes back around to go for the town hall as a hybrid. It's going straight into the core.
Oh no, he has to use the Queen ability as the single Inferno towers on the Queen. Queen is going, I think the wall is fine, but she has to go for the town hall. He has another rage, he has another freeze, which he has to use. Come on, use the freeze for your healers. Queen!
Oh no. Oh no. Ah!
No!
Queen, step into the town hall! She doesn't! No, Mask, come on. Come on, Queen. No ability. This is gonna hurt.
No way.
Oh,
no way.
My. That town hall's not going down. That town hall is not gonna go down. That could cost them the whole competition in the Worlds Warmup. Because if they lose this one, they are most likely they will be out of it and won't have a chance. And then it will become between Obey and EM to try to get that second spot. Wow.
That is crazy. Yeah.
Fortunate. It can happen. And the Queen.
Yeah.
Walking the wrong way and not into that town hall really hurt there. And that Queen was supposed to secure it, as you saw. He invested everything. He was hoping the Queen would come back and get that with the hybrid push to the top side. It would cause the Queen to go for the wall to come back, and just luck was not on his side. But it's the name of the game. Anything can happen at this level. But let's take a look at some other scores we got. X Team Esports, they have 3 attacks in, all 2 stars so far, versus Blind Esports, who have 3 attacks and only 1 triple. So there's still a chance for X Team to make a comeback there. Inquisition, all 2 stars out of 3 attacks. Chasmat Gaming has a triple against them in that match. And then Yarika also 3 attacks, all 2 stars. So right now, in the other 3 matches that's going on, there's only 3 total triples. Like 1 per match. That's crazy. It's really low scoring right now across the board through all the matches. And here we go. Wait a second. Itsu, do you see what's on the screen? There is super miners in a regular attack. What? Here we go.
I mean, it feels like he just likes the challenge. He wants to make the attack harder for himself. I mean, go for it. I'm all up for it. So let's see if he can make this work. I mean, that would be maybe the craziest 3-star. And something I see right there is the Phoenix on the Queen, which we have not seen so far. This was kind of meta in the beginning of Tournament 15 with all of the ring bases being out there. And people like to bring the Phoenix on the Queen because you had to charge the core and you were able to kind of, get the Queen into the core. Ooh, there was no, but yes, the Phoenix.
That's not how you wanted to go back. No.
I just talked about it. No way.
Oh
no.
Itsu with the jinx. Oh.
He wanted to showcase the power of the Phoenix on the Queen.
Oh gosh. Oh well, now he's going all in. And now he's hoping at least to get the 2-star. Because if he 1-stars, that's gonna equal to what Mask just did. As the Barbarians pull the giant bomb, he's moving his way around. He pops the one building. King goes onto the town hall.
Invisibility tower.
Oh no! Oh no! Wait a second. The town hall is invisible. Nothing.
Everything is running around the town hall.
What? He freezes, but the RC gets secure, right? Yeah. Okay.
Ooh.
Wow. Well.
What is going on?
Yeah, nice call on that Queen with the Phoenix. I mean, it showcased that Phoenix ability there, but in the wrong way, you know. Oh.
I just tried to explain why people use it versus ring bases, because the Queen is just going down at some point in the core because there's just so much damage, but I did not expect the Queen to go down after the first few seconds of the attack. Like, this was not how this was supposed to happen. I mean, it is now still possible for Strut, especially with this lower percentage. They can for sure come back. If they get a 3-star in their next attack, everything is tied up again, right? I think they are even in the lead if they get the next attack as a 3-star. So the 1-star, yes, of course, it's kind of unfortunate, but just get back into the match, just keep concentrating. I mean, I think they have enough veterans to do so, but it's now really, really important. Everything is on them, especially with this defense. So this match is wide open. I mean, should we just blame it on the super miners? I'm not sure. I just feel like there's, in most cases, no reason to use them, because I feel like if you do just the HP, right? I know there's a lot of splash damage in the base, which means regular miners are taking more damage, but regular miners in normal hybrid have more than double the HP if you combine all of them together, just because of the Warden. The Warden is just giving so many more hit points with this aura, and obviously if you have more troops, it's more HP overall. Yes, there is more damage in the base, but at the same time, the heal spell is healing every individual troop inside, which means it's less healing as well. So this is kind of even its out again. So overall, it's just, in most cases, just way better, especially with the Monolith. The Monolith is just doing so much damage to Supermines. It just feels like, I mean, there's Super Valkyries in the game, so I don't want to call it the worst super troop, but it is not good, sadly.
Yeah, it's not. But as with Hugo's coming in with the Zap Electro 32 balloons, taking out that enemy Queen, the multi, and the area, the value around here, as he wants to send his Queen behind a golem into this scatter shot and trying to get this value. Queen will go left. Yep, she's walking her way left to... Nope, never mind. The golem actually died, and the death damage took out the army cap, which forced the Queen to go right.
Okay, the Queen, I mean, she's going to get for sure that scatter. With her ability to absolute great use of the invisibility. And then we have still a lock launcher right selected, with the heroes already being quite low. So let's see how good that is going to work. The lock launcher trying to aim for taking down the Eagle, taking down the Monolith and the Rage Tower with his logs. But you have already a couple of troops on that lock launcher, so I'm not sure how far he's going to get, especially with the Clan Caster coming out.
As the log launcher just opens up, Yetis. Uh-oh, no, Yetis! They're getting lured! they get lured by the headhunters to the far left, so they didn't go get the Monolith or that Eagle artillery, and that's a huge issue as he definitely wanted that down, but the Queen might be able to clutch it up, but the problem is he won't have like any more spells left over for the Town Hall poison area.
Yeah, the only good thing is... Oh, Diggy with a nice stun. The only good thing is that there is no invisibility tower behind the Town Hall, which means it's just way less spell heavy to get through all of that. And now the next thing he does, Warden more from the Town Hall side. He can haste everything in there, has the one freeze, but the poison tower is going to go off guaranteed, and the tornado messing up the timing.
Yeah, that tornado really going to stall up these balloons. He's trying to haste through the Town Hall. He's about to explode, and it's going to do a ton of damage as they're going to sit over the poison. We have to deal with the bag and multi moving over the enemy world champion. These balloons, look at them. They're going to be going down fast. Wow.
The multi-inferno tower is just doing so much damage to those loons. It is crazy how quick they're going down if you really don't have the spell support like freezing or even hasting them into those defenses. It's going to be a high percentage, so everything is still open, but it's now again back to Op A to get the 3-star and win this match on their own. Right now the Strut is 1 3-star, or like 1 star overall behind, but they have, I think they should have the percentage lead now back again. So yeah, I mean, everything is still close yet, but still.
Every building, that's gonna matter here. 92% here for Hugo Stiglitz. Very nice try. So they are gonna just barely have the lead on percentage. So the percentage lead right now is 69.8 for Strut to a 67.8 for Obey. So if Obey fail and Strut triples, then Strut can win this match. So they're really crossing the fingers, but a triple from Obey will be victorious no matter what, because they'll be winning by a star. Let's take a look at the other matches right now, and we're seeing Clash Champs has a 1-star lead over Yarika, 9-8 at the moment. Chasmac Gaming have a 2-star lead, 10-8, with 4 attacks. So they are looking really good to win over Inquisition. And then we're going to see Blind Esports in the lead over X Team. But we're not waiting at all as Kartik is coming in with a Zap Electro Titan right here as he takes out the invisibility and the multi behind this Town Hall.
Yep, that's right. At the same time, I feel like this approach might be quite obvious, because you can't do that on the bottom side. You can't do that at the bottom side because there is the king. So if it's baited, it might be a quite easy bait to do. But at the same time, again as well, take a look at the top left side. There's a rage tower in between of 2 scatters, 2 expos, the eagle and inferno tower. This will be a ton of damage. So those titans have to get through that somehow really quick.
It's going to be a lot to get through. It's a wall break. He's going to go into the wizard tower, moving his way in, and some witches. The king to the top side. So he really wants to path his way in as he's luring out the CC, but these archers are going down fast to the Electro Titan as a double ice golem is now coming out to defend as he's trying to continue his way into the core to try to get towards that eagle and the double scatters.
Yes, there's the jump. The king is running around this top side trying to tank as much as possible. The clan caster is delaying things a little bit. There's the last rage. He has quite a few freezes to play, and the Town Hall is going to go down guaranteed. But the question still is, can he somehow overcome all of the damage around this top side? The Inferno Tower is going down, but the troops in the core, I think there's only 1 Titan left.
Only one left. He had to freeze the Town Hall because it was hitting the healers as it stuck on the Electro Titan. Now the Queen is working on... Oh, Queen ability is forced. RC ability is forced as well. She stuns that scatter shot. The Flame Flinger is about to open up as it's getting close to the defending King, but the Ground Expo looks like it's going to be too much here as a defense for Ast, as Ast is he going to be the last attacker for them? Yes, but he will have to clutch it to win.
Ooh.
Oh my. Oh.
He could be crowned the MVP for Strat if like his defense, he's defending and then getting the 3-star to turn things around. That would be just incredible. I mean, oof. I cannot wait to see if he is somehow turning this around. The percentage at this point does not matter too much because Strat needs to win this on stars anyways. And they need their 3-star, and as soon as they're getting it, they're going to have way more percentage anyway. So everything is on Strat, everything is on us. He has been in this position probably many times, a ton of times. But just from my own experience, I can tell you, it's not getting easier at all. Even though if you have been in the position many times, it's always going to be quite stressful. Hands are shaking, but I think he's for sure someone who could do it.
He definitely could. I would put my faith into him to get it because a 3-star, you win and you advance probably in the group stage of the playoffs. And I don't know what the exact prize pool is, but this attack could be worth like almost, it was $4,000 or something. It could be worth a lot, all right? Because
I think Ace Speed is getting 1,250.
Okay, 1,200. Okay, if that's it, you know what? I could probably I've got it probably somewhere. Oh wait, I got it. 8th place, 1,250. So that's 4,500 is for 3rd place. So this attack could be worth that much because if you make it to the next stage, to think about, you could at least make some prize money. So a lot of pressure is on us. At that point, you don't want to think about it, but here we go. And he is in with the Electro Titans. This has been the war of Zap Electro Titans. We have the 1 triple that came in from Rigatores, which got it done with the Zap Electro Titans. Let's see if Ash can do it here to take out the invisibility spell behind the tunnel and the Expo, as now we know the Flame Flinger is supposed to now secure this Town Hall.
Yeah, Flame Flinger for the Town Hall, but this mortar has to go down. He has 2 rocket loons. Maybe those rocket loons are meant to take down the mortar. The splash is already damaging it quite a bit, which is nice, but yet exactly as we have said, the rocket loons are here to take it down. The warden is getting saved. He's jumping and trying to run away from this ground expo, and now everything is getting pushed in, and let's see if this is going to work. I mean, he has not pushed that far in the base yet, and there is again a raged up double scatter awaiting him.
Yep, the Flame Flinger is getting stalled up on the Arch Tower, which now he's going to go for the Town Hall as the Warden Building goes off. He's continuing his push in towards this scatter shot, and the double Expos all raged up as he's moving his way in. The Electro Titans, they do actually path their way straight on in with his own rage. I can't even tell what's the defending rage and his rage at this point. Everything's in the middle.
Everything is in the middle. We have a couple of Black Mines hitting those healers. The Ice Golems are there and are being annoying. The Town Hall is going down, though. At this point, he can just risk it all. I mean, there's no reason to save a 1-star or a 2-star. He can just put all into the 1 3-star basket. And the question now is if he can somehow pull this through. It's looking good, but the only thing he has to think about is the Monolith, because that is on the back end.
He does have the enemy queen that is now going to get hit. There's the headhunters to come into the enemy queen. Was it timed just a little bit? Enemy queen goes down. RC is trying to get in toward the Monolith to help take that down. He's got an invis. The Flame Flinger has secured the Town Hall. Oh, that queen is dying. Oh, no, the queen goes down. But whatever's in this Monolith.
The Phoenix.
Oh. It's distracting. He's going. He's trying. He's smiling. It's looking like it might be good. The other side is distracting.
No way.
What?
No way.
Wow. Look at him. The Yetis. The world champion coming in clutch, and Ash is going to get it done for Strut.
Oh my goodness.
Wow.
What was that? This was so close. He has to be for sure crowned the MVP. I mean, not only of this match, but for sure for Strat, for this tournament to some degree, because he just somehow got his team with this attack into the top 8, into the top 2 of this group, into the top 8 to get the guaranteed prize money. I mean, defending first. I mean, probably Iron or someone of the base builders did build the base, but let's say us did it, okay? So us defended, and then getting the 3-star is just incredible. That was crazy.
That was wild. What a well done just getting it done with the Electro Titans. Insane. And Strut is victorious in this match, and the 2 triples that came in for Strut was Rigatores and Ast, and both of them getting it done with the Zap Electro Titans. And we'll break down both of those attacks just after this, because those were, hey, you know, that's a meta attack that we're going to see more of for sure. And everyone at home is definitely going to have to learn it if you want to master it in Clash of Clans, as you're going to see bases very similar to that. But let me go and take a look at some of the other stats around the matches. Blind Esports taking on X Team Esports, and X Team got all 2 stars. It was 12-10. Blind Esports wins that match. Inquisition versus Chazmac Gaming. Chazmac Gaming wins 12-11 with the 2 triples from General X and Temper, and only the triple from Stefan of Inquisition. And then the other match, which is Clash Champs versus Yarika. Clash Champs wins 11-10, and the only triple in that whole match was P. Castro, which, wow, 1 3-star in a match is just crazy to think, or even just 2 triples. That's what it's now is right now, is if you're not getting it done at the Channel 15 level, you're going to have a really hard time advancing. And low scores, I mean, can't have a chance, but you if you want to beat like teams like Navi, you're going to have to be putting up like 13, 14 stars. But wow, what a performance. Strut getting it done.
Yeah, somehow I feel like right now it's really important the base style you are running and how good the other team is like adapting to that or being able to manage that, because I feel like certain teams so far have used a lot of specific strategies for their success. And I feel like if you somehow can defend those specific strategies, we're going to maybe even see less 3-stars overall. So that is quite insignificant. But let's take a look at the MVP attack, Ast attack again. Because I really want to highlight again how important it is to understand that you do not have to go for the craziest value. Take a look at the core. He could have went for a scatter shot, rage tower, and expo lightning, but instead what he does is he's going for 1 expo and the 1 invisibility tower behind the town hall. This might not be the greatest value, but what this does, it really enables the siege machine, which is right now the strongest in the game, the Flameflinger. If you can set this siege machine up, the siege machine itself can be stronger than a blimp with that clan castle troops inside. And remember, the Flameflinger on its own is already taking all of that out. The clan castle has not even come out yet. So if you can set the siege machine up with the lightning spell, then this is why this strategy is so good. The reason why you combine it then with the Electro Titans is because they are already in their own a poison spell, which means it's already 1 less spell if you compare it then to other troops. The next thing is you cannot rage the aura of this troop, which means rage spells are not as efficient and as needed with this troop as, for example, other strategies like Super Bowlers, for example, or Electro Dragons or others. They are really beneficial and really good with rage spells together. The only thing what you are raging in this strategy is mainly your healers to make sure your Electro Titans are getting even more tanky overall and less likely to go down, because they tend to stack up. And take a look at that, we can see the healers keeping them alive beautifully. With the lightning spell to set up the Flameflinger, he's able to take down that town hall, which is still the most crucial building, the most crucial defense to take down overall. And with that setup, he's able to push through all of the rest. Yes, there is most of the time Rage Tower setups on the other side, but remember, you have a Warden ability which lasts way above 8 seconds. So in 8 seconds you can just destroy the entire area without any problems. Then the next thing obviously is like Clan Castle timing and everything, but all of that was quite nice on this one. On this one as well, he's using the invisibility spell just like 1 second too late, otherwise he could have maybe even saved the Queen, but that's totally fine in the end because he has the Phoenix tanking at this bottom side, the Monolith, to make sure that the Royal Gem is going to survive. And take a look at that. This Flameflinger has taken down so much. The Town Hall, buildings around it, and now the Yetis at this late stage of the attack. That's the moment where they're going to come out of the siege And that's where the clan castle then is coming in. Remember, so far, all of the damage done so far was only the Flame Flinger. And some people use safe blimps, like Sneaky Goblins with the blimp, for example, to take down the Town Hall. This is what this Siege Machine on its own is already doing. So the lightning spells are mainly used to set this Siege Machine up and really get you the most value out of that. And this is kind of why this strategy is so powerful at the moment, if you see the right value for the lightning spell, because that's all what it's about. And it's not always the most value, the most buildings which you can take down. That's not always what you're going for.
Yeah, it was just impressive to get the attack done, but with the pressure on the line, everything, and your teammates all looking at you, especially the one teammate, Mask, who is the one that's sitting there like, please get a 3-star so my attack didn't cost us the war, because it's the worst feeling when your attack is the reason why you lose and you get knocked out of a tournament. And unfortunately, it has happened to Mask a couple times, and Mask definitely is one of those players that it can mentally affect, and maybe going forward you don't want to see it, but they were able to recover and get that done, so a really nice job. But that was one Electro Titan attack, so I think let's go watch another one, right? Which was the other 3-star that helped win it, which was Riga Torres. So you saw those things that Itsu pointed out here, and let's think about that, right? Flame Flinger for the Town Hall. So the lightning spell is to go for the Monolith, 6 of them. So notice what Riga Torres has here. He's going to take out the Monolith, the Grand Warden Altar, so that he can then set the pathing for this Flame Flinger to go into the Town Hall. And that's what these attacks usually allow. The Town Hall goes down to the Flame Flinger, while the Electro Titans go into the core of this base. And notice how he used some Hog Riders. Why? If you're sitting at home wondering, why are you just dropping hogs to go in for nothing? Well, it's to test for not only Teslas to pop up, because the Teslas don't activate unless a troop gets close to it, and 2, just small traps. Small bombs, giant bombs, and skeleton defenses traps on that side. It allows it so the Flame Flinger, if it moves close to the Town Hall, it won't trigger those traps, and it survives. A lot of people at home, what they don't do is they don't drop those hogs and things, then they get trapped, and then the Flame Flinger opens and they don't get the value they want. Notice that wall break, opening up the core of the space to allow the Electro Titans into the core, and with the Warden ability, a little bit sketchy with the Ice Golem stalling you up, so that's why I dropped a few actual balloons to try to protect the healers. But essentially, the thought process is lightning spell for important defenses around the Town Hall, so the Flame Flinger can go secure the Town Hall. Then you funnel the right or left side, the complete opposite side of the Flame Flinger, and in between goes those Electro Titans, the Queen, with that Warden, and then popping the Warden ability as deep into the core as possible before some Eagle Artillery shots hit them, right? Especially if those Eagle Artillery shots are from a rage up defensive rage spell tower, because then they do so much extra damage. And you do have to kind of like keep your eye on that Town Hall going down, because it does take quite a bit of time, but it's all about being patient, moving your way through. This attack can lead to 1-stars if you're not paying attention to that Flame Flinger trying to secure the Town Hall, so you have to be patient and just Town Hall going down there with the Fire Spirits really helps. As the World Champion, Electro Titans, the Witches, they run around. So well done. Great base identification from Riga Torres here. Getting the 3-star, absolutely critical there. Needing to get that done so that Strut can advance here to the playoff stage, which once you make it to the playoffs, you make $1,250, I believe, right around that mark. And first place at the end of the day, if you win it all this tournament, the Worlds Warmup is $10,000. So a lot on the line. No golden ticket. This is not a qualifiers for this year. This is just to get you ready for what's to come for the rest of the year. But that was the attacks from a couple of the Strut players. But the one player that we did not see, which was Boom, who is the captain of Strut. But we were lucky enough to sit down with Boom and ask him a few questions about this year. So let's listen in.
Hello, here's Boom from Strut. The team we want to face the most is probably Na'Vi, obviously formerly Queen Walkers. It is definitely a pleasure that Na'Vi joined the Clash of Clans team. We definitely also want to face them under their new name. And one of the other reasons is that they are the current world champions. So it is very nice to compare ourselves to the best team from last year. Yeah, regarding the 2022 finalists from last year, one of the biggest roster changes which matters for this year is, I think, Yo-Yo23, my friends from Clash of Clans leaving Strut and now playing for Tribe Gaming. I wish him the best. I think he is still one of the best, probably the best player in Clash of Clans. And Tribe Gaming is for sure like very happy to have him. And I'm really looking forward what they can achieve this year with him on the roster. Well, yes, the defensive building which concerns me the most currently is probably the Monolith. Even though it got like a small nerf since the Town of 15 update, I still believe that Monolith is the key building to take it out very carefully. Otherwise, the Monolith can just fire down all of your heroes and all your troops. Especially against Queen charges, Monolith is like very strong. You need the rage of freezes to keep the Queen alive. So definitely keep an eye on the Monolith. Well, my favorite spell tower is, I believe, the Rage Tower. It was very underestimated, I think, by many people. But facing them, like facing so many Rage Towers in Legend League, I feel like the Rage Tower is so powerful, especially when the key defenses like Monolith, Scatter Shots, and probably even the Town Hall is under the Rage like spell range. It can really tear down all the suicide kill squads and all other troops. So I think the Rage Tower is definitely the way to go.
So it's really interesting to see Boom really like the Rage Tower and starting to bring the Rage Tower back, and how it was one of the first things players used. And then they kind of went into being poison and invis, but now they use that a lot more. And like you said, the Rage Spell Tower is definitely something that you have to keep your eye on for every attack nowadays.
Yeah, I feel like the reason why a lot of people, including myself, really underestimated the Rage Tower in the beginning is it's just so strong, and the Rage Tower is not doing anything about it. So now with the bases changing, the Rage Towers are getting more and more opportunity to shine. And shine, I think, is a nice word, because we have some teams shining quite a bit. 3-0 for Na'Vi and Chessmate Gaming GS in their groups. But take a look at the average stats, the difference between Group 4 and Group 1. Na'Vi with 13.3%, 13.3 stars on average, and 96% on average destruction-wise. It's quite way higher than what the Group 4 has to offer.
Yeah, Group 2, that was huge right there. 2-1 for Tribe and Strut. Clutch for Strut to be able to get that, but EM Esports, the percentage is so low for them there, unfortunately. So they're not going to be able to make that comeback to bring themselves higher up, as Obey, the best they can be is 1 and 2. But the next match we're going to be watching is Empire Gaming taking on Inquisition, and this match can determine a lot, because Chasmat Gaming is 2-1, so they're really going to be keeping their eye on this one, as if Inquisition wins and a high enough percentage, they can jump up ahead and make it in. So Empire Gaming, they're good. Even if they lose at 2-1, they'll be looking pretty with the high percentage. So it really comes down to Inquisition. So this match is really important to determine who is going to be making it from the playoffs from Group 3, Itsu.
That's right. And we have the team rosters again. EG so far looking really strong in that group, as you said it. We have Smokey Bear. We have again, help me with the name. We have yesterday that with the chat already, but it's Jesus, right?
Yeah, Jesus. Jesus. He's gonna have to say it to me exactly how it's pronounced there. But yeah, I mean, this is an incredible lineup for Empire.
Yeah, he told us already that I feel like everyone is pronouncing it wrong for him. So next one, Shadow on the line, Anthony and Nobody facing off versus Inquisition, the German squad here. And we have again, no big surprise, a box base. And what does this mean? It means it's a Zap Titan attack.
Yeah, with that, Zap Titan's using a lightning spells to grab the value, and he's grabbing the multi and the defensive rage right off the bat. The Warden's health was quite low, but keeping that alive. Simon wants this Flame Flinger and then go for the scatter shot, dropping a couple hogs to test for some traps. Try to keep that Flame Flinger alive.
That's right, but oh, there's skeletons coming in.
Yeah.
There's two barbarians. They are quite late, so there's a couple of hit points missing now on that Flame Flinger. And remember, the Flame Flinger is non-stop losing hit points anyways, so every hit point matters on that Siege Machine. And there we go with that push. But the Town Hall Carbon is on the complete opposite side, so this push has to be executed perfectly.
Is a long way to go as he's going to move his way in. Needs to protect these healers. Going to drop the balloons. Come on, you got to be able to pull some traps to keep them alive. As out comes the triple ice golem as CC. But the nice thing is, no Eagle artillery hitting your Electro Titans, and no defensive rage spell tower in this area because that was taken out from the lightning. As these balloons are pulling some of the Seeking Air Mines, protecting the healers now.
That's right, troops are now going in. We have that Flame Flinger at the top side still doing a good job. Warden is there, the jump spell is now there as well, but the troops are getting distracted by that defending queen. The Monolith has locked onto his own queen, but with that rage, troops are staying alive.
They are coming back with that freeze. Luckily, the Grand Warden was able to pick off the queen through that rage spell. Town Hall becomes invisible, but it goes down just in time as the King and Royal Champion are coming to the left as the Flame Flinger has secured a ton of value to the top side.
I think he's celebrating already, if I can see that in the face cam correctly. Yeah. But isn't that quite early? I mean, the Queen has no ability left, but the single Inferno Tower might be a big problem. But nope, I think he is too happy that the face camera just got knocked out. But yeah, this is going to be the first 3-star for Inquisition. We can see how much this match means to the players because it has so much impact on the group standings.
Well, he was happy for that one. You definitely could see he was celebrating. Well done to Inquisition. Simon, wow. Well, GG. That is a 3-star. What a way to get it done. And they need to put triples up against Empire Gaming, who has been putting up really high scoring wars at Town Hall 15.
Yeah, they have been so far really, really good. I would even say one of the best teams we have in this competition stats-wise so far. So let's see if they can keep it up, because we have seen already now with a couple of teams that they have a lot of ups and downs with their performance overall. I mean, the prime example has to be Tribe Gaming with getting back-to-back 14 stars and then down all the way to 10 stars. So it's all about the consistency of those teams, and I feel like it's even more impressive, the teams which are actually showcasing that, like Navi, for example. So overall, I cannot wait how Empire is going to get into this match, if they keep swinging like the last couple of matches, or if they're going to struggle maybe versus the bases of Inquisition, because we have seen a couple of teams with really, really good bases.
Yeah, we have seen some really good bases, which I'm sure the viewers at home have been taking screenshots and building themselves, and I would love to kind of get some of these as they've been really strong. But we're not waiting around, as Nobody is here to go in for his attack. And he's got that Lalo with that Blizzard Lalo. Empire Gaming is also really, really good players with the Blizzard Lalo. They know exactly what value that is worth it on bases. And let's see if they've determined to be here, as the Hound is going to fly across from an angle. as that blimp is dropped. Wow, oh my goodness, the blimp was dropped just before that sweeper was gonna able to hit it, but it didn't get into the multi-target inferno though. I'm surprised he didn't take a wall breaker to break through the wall.
Yeah, I was about to say, this is why you're putting wall breakers into the wall, but did you see what he did with the angle of the Hound? He did actually tank that sweeper more towards the right side, which means the blimp avoided that sweeper. So that was the reason why he chose that angle, which was genius. It has worked, but I mean, at the same time, we have Empire Gaming being super famous for their Blizzard attack. So it seems like an obvious decision to have as many blimps as possible baited from Inquisition if they have prepared themselves for this group, for this match. And now the question is, how much value can he get? Because there's going to be a Raged Up Queen, a Scatter, and an Expo, and a Monolith in just a second. And that's a lot of damage.
Get ready. Here we go. The Rage is about to be activated. It goes off. Queen. Oh, but the Queen was out of range of the Rage just there. So he's going to take her down relatively quickly, as now the Balloon's out of the Wizard Tower, and the Lalo is going to go for this Town Hall, as his heroes are going to try to continue their way in towards the Monolith area, as we're going to have to pop this Warden ability, but the Queen is not walking it up just yet, as the Warden ability has to go off. Wait, the Town Hall. Town Hall, you got to get activated from Lava Pups. It's not getting activated. Town Hall!
Where are those loots?
Uh-oh. It's finally not getting activated. What?
That was not planned right there, and especially there is still a lot of base left. He just barely is getting right now the 50% mark, and right now we have a lot of buildings still staying up, a lot of key buildings as well, and he's struggling right now to get further percentage. This attack did not work out. I'm not sure what was the plan on how the Town Hall would be activated.
Maybe he was just hoping that the lava pups that exploded in the area would then hit it and activate it. But unfortunately, they went for everything but the Town Hall. And this is going to be a low percent here to start off for Empire Gaming, which is huge for Inquisition, because Inquisition needs to win this match and get higher percent to have a chance to advance. So this is a very big war for Inquisition. They are trying their absolute best to try to advance to the playoff stage.
That's right. There is a lot of impact on the group on the line with this match. The Archer trying to go for another building, but the time is running too close, which means this is going to finish on a 66% 2-star for Empire Gaming, which means Inquisition for now having the lead, and they're now up next and trying to push this even further. Or maybe they're going to give the opportunity for Empire to come back early on in this match, because there's still plenty of attacks to go to actually have a winner in this one.
Yeah, tons of attacks still left in this match, so it's anyone's game here. But I'm going to take a look at the other matches to see how they are going. And Blind Esports has taken on Chasmac EA, 2 stars apiece so far for the first set of attacks for them. And then Obey versus EM, and we have Paul with a triple for EM, and we have a 2-star for Obey. So either though, we still know that neither of those teams can advance to the playoffs. But we have Mark now with the Queen Charge Lalo at 4 super wall breakers. Man, you know, the other day we were seeing Queen Charge Lalo for every attack. Today it's very rare, you know. We've been seeing so much Electro Titan smash attacks. It's like every day is just different of what we're gonna see at Town Hall 15.
Yeah, especially I'm already really scared with those Rage Towers. If the healers are approaching, like, you have to freeze versus Raged Up multi-inferno towers. What is going on? They're not supposed to be good versus Queen Charges. Like, and take a look. One multi-inferno tower in a Raged Up version is locking onto those healers. The healers are at half HP within a couple of seconds. It is crazy how strong Raged Up defenses are. The Flame Flinger again is doing great work and trying to push further into the core. The Queen Charge is looking really, really good, with the King funneling this top side. But now the Clan Castle is going to, waste some time until he can keep going with his Queen.
With this queen is getting stalled up by the ice cone, but the flame flicker is now about to open, as it's going to open near this enemy queen with a dragon rider, rocket loon, and some balloons coming out as the Lalo is coming in to the bottom side. We're going to have to deal with a poison spell right behind that town hall.
Yes, take a look at those wall breaks. Those wall breaks are incredible. He's getting that queen further into the base, being able to reach the scatter, being able to reach everything. He has to use the queen ability to keep her alive. Now a lot of multitasking. The sweeper is going down. The warden ability has been used already, and the town hall still has to go down. Wait a second. The queen charge looked so strong, but the Lalo is just... No!
What? Where'd it go? It just disappeared. Now the world champion has to save the day to take out this town hall. One healer has transferred out there, but that Diggy can stun the town hall. But the problem is, the single target Inferno is waiting for him right there as it locks onto his RC. The RC's ability goes off. No! Wow!
And this is the problem right now with those queen charges. Like, the queen charge was insane. I think we can agree on that. Like, he queen charged pretty much everything on this top left side. The queen charge was perfect, especially those wall breaks. But it is just so crazy. You have to invest so many spells nowadays on Town of 15 for the charge that you don't have that many spells left for the Lalo. And Lalo without any spells, it struggles, especially if you have to somehow overcome the town hall. So really unfortunate, and this means, well, Empire Gaming is back in it.
Yep, they are indeed. They can be getting a 3-star, bring themselves back. That well, take the lead, because that 1-star kind of counters what Simone did in his attack. So now a 2-star, it'll be tied up in stars. So, but percentage, it's going to come down to the final set of attacks. We got quite a bit more still in this one. Take a look at Blind Esports versus Chasmac EA, and it's just 2 stars, no triples in that match. We do have Yarika. We have a 1 triple coming in for that team against Benzinger, who've got a 2-star, and then only 1 other triple that was from EM there. So it's still only not too many triples so far, but now Anthony is in with Super Witches. He's got Zap Super Witches, so the lightning spells are strong today. Taking out the Scatter Shot, Expo, and then would have been a cannon there as he wants to get this value. And starting off with that Warden Walk, remember, you have to worry about time when it comes down to Super Witches.
Yeah, I think time is an important keyword, because we remember from yesterday, Anthony used the exact same strategy already there. I think it was a 99 or 98% 2-star attack. So, yes, time is an important factor, especially coming in with those Super Witches. The push is starting off, a couple of loons in to make sure that he can actually at some point use the lock launcher. And there we go, Kingant to actually tank for it. And now those Super Witches and the Titans have to stay inside this compartment and follow the lock launcher into the middle.
And this is about entering from the opposite side of town, which means he's going all out for it, because there's usually no recovery if it goes wrong, because everything's been dropped from the opposite side of this town hall as he's pushing through the Monolith. He does, unfortunately, lose 1 Super Witch, but he's just launching these archers with that logs of the log launchers, continuing to open up deeper into the space towards that town hall.
Yeah, I'm surprised that he did not use the Warden ability, because he lost Super Witch and the 1 Electro Titan at the same time. The 1 Electro Titan now stuck at the wall because she tries to get towards those pups at the top side, chasing that king. And the healers are stuck as well. Super unfortunate for him there. The town hall says to go down. The Warden ability now is happening. The queen has her abilities of the 2-star. Shouldn't be any problem. But then that Titan stealing the healers because she's trying to chase the pups. Now she should redirect, and exactly that is happening, but it's just too late, because a lot of troops already went down around that town hall.
Yeah, lost a lot there as the RC goes down as well. The queen, she's gone. The 1 Super Witch is spawning the big boy, moving around to the bottom side here. But unfortunately, there's still a lot left in this base, and Anthony is gonna be falling short. He's definitely not gonna have the time on his side to get this one. Very nice try as it's gonna fall short. Man, the Super Witch gonna grab a little bit more percentage to the bottom there, but the Warden is gonna try to help a little bit. But the thing is, that Electro Titan stealing the healers, not able to keep his troops alive, leading up towards that Town Hall. But would you have popped that Warden ability a lot earlier in this attack, Itsu?
I mean, we're spectating the attack, okay? So we can talk a lot how we would have done things, but I feel like
obviously,
just from watching it,
you know what? Breaking it down.
we would have. I think I would have tried to protect the Titan and the Super Witch with the Warden ability, because they were both so low on hit points, and you had the ranged up healers there, so you had the chance of actually keeping them alive. But yeah, it's always the question of if you can see it during the attack. It would have been riskier as well to use the Warden ability earlier, because I mean, around the Town Hall there's the most damage, so saving the Warden ability is sometimes not a bad decision either.
So it goes to the question would be like a lot of players probably in their mind is like, well, Itsu, aren't I supposed to always save the Warden ability for the Town Hall and the explosion? So what's the benefit of doing the Warden ability way earlier and not over the Town Hall?
I mean, especially with Super Witches, you normally don't have your key troops in the Town Hall explosion, right? Like you have maybe the big boys in there or something, which you do not really want to protect from the Town Hall explosion. So I feel like, especially with Super Witches, the Town Hall is not as big of a threat when the explosion is coming up, especially when it's on the back end, because you want to have as many troops getting towards the Town Hall, which is already a challenge with Town Hall 15, and especially the Monolith being the core so well protected. But we have another box space. What does that mean? It means it's Zap Electro Titan time again.
Indeed. Here we go. Let's see the value. Let's see if we can guess. A scatter shot, a rage spell tower, and a builder hut with the lightning. Maybe. I mean, wait, there's no light. Okay, I'm seeing things. You know, I'm seeing things. There's no lightning. I'm interested now in being like, wait a second. I was assuming every single smash attack has like been having lightning. I didn't even look at the spells. It's got double jumps. Like,
I didn't even notice either.
Yeah, that's what I was like. I was assuming he's gonna lightning something, but then I looked down. There's no lightning in the attack. Okay, well now I'm curious.
Let's just call it he just have the wrong spells, okay? Like he messed up the spells somehow. Like this is not the original plan with the spells, but he's actually using the siege barracks in this combination to have a more powerful funnel on the side and have more support with those witches on the outside with the king together. The P.E.K.K.A. is tanking as well nicely. So now the question is, how good can this core push be? Because he is relying on the jump spells, which means, yes, again, it's less spells, but the first couple of skeleton traps are just getting obliterated by those titans. But he has to get through this wall with the titans itself, because he has to delay the next jump to get on top of the town hall.
Yeah, that can jump over the monolith. The thing is, the hogs now are just coming out of that siege barracks as he freezes up the monolith, hoping for these electric titans to finally beat through this wall. As he sent his RC in really early, as there is a defensive invisibility spell there, as finally the jump leading to the town hall. The invisibility spell goes off. And he's gonna hope that they backtrack and come through it, as he still has the ward ability, but the walls are open, so they're walking around.
Okay, there's the freeze, so
he's got the town
hall. I mean, this might be actually really good, right? Because we just have talked about the town explosion and the town of poison, right? And that you want to have normally the warden ability for that. He still has the warden ability, by the way. So with everything running to the outside, he's now completely avoiding that poison, which I feel like has done a way better job for him of actually getting the 3-star than going into the core. Don't swag the warden ability, please.
A warden? Okay, there you go.
Okay.
Okay, I mean, it's like he almost didn't need the warden ability. And okay, hold up. Now we gotta take some notes. Is this better than lightning spells? Because this absolutely crushed the base. What?
I mean, that was perfect. That was really, really nicely done.
Yeah.
And especially, I like what he did there with the second jump. So he delayed the second jump to make sure that the queen first is shooting all of the other buildings, because with that the titans are stuck with the queen in that compartment. If you would have placed the jump early on, the titans would have ran ahead and would have taken way more damage, because there are more defense which they can get shot at, right? So what he did instead, delaying the jump, make sure the queen is ready to actually go with the Titans, and then place the jump. So really, really cool little trick right there to deny the Titans getting ahead of themselves and maybe the healers not following. So overall, a lot of small things which you can learn from those pros, what they do and how those attacks are more consistent then.
Yeah, well done there. The double jumps giving maxes across the base and really nice use there. I'm sure that's definitely something a lot of you guys at home can go back and watch again to see how much value in the Electro Titan is really just getting the push through, as now we've got a queen charge Zap Dragon Riders. Okay, Shadow bringing in the air game here, wants those Dragon Riders to move through. And the thing is with Dragon Riders, you don't necessarily need spells for them. Yeah, they could benefit from rages, but they're one of the troops that you could use spells for everything else in the raid, and the Dragon Riders just kind of move through just by themselves, as they are really strong since they are defensive targeting. As the single target Inferno does lock onto this queen, freeze is used. Ground skeletons are going to be annoying. Oh, you might have to invest a second freeze here for this queen. I
think with that rage, she's going to be fine.
Oh.
The only thing which I would have liked to see is a more aggressive rage, because the queen is not going to be in range of that rage when she's targeting the... Never mind, the clan castles came out perfectly, but he could have used the more aggressive rage overall, but in the end it turned out fine. The question now, though, is how is he going to use his king and the Dragon Riders, because the sweepers are pointing to the flanks of the town. So he wants to start around the eagle, but needs to create pathing now with his king to actually start there with his Dragon Riders.
Yeah, that queen securing the town hall slowly here, as the king's going into the Scatter Road champion behind. They got the enemy queen. Oh no, the enemy RC. There's a tornado. Oh, queen's gonna get spun into the poison spell now.
That's... I mean, Dragon Riders now coming from the top left side, the Slammer in from the top side to try to create pathing somehow. The queen barely kept alive with the invisibility spell right there. Royal Champion taking some more buildings out, and especially the sweeper, which might be crucial. And now it's all about if he can somehow overcome that core Monolith, because this is a big threat to those Dragon Riders.
It is, as the Dragon Riders are making their way through. No Warden build anymore. The Monolith is going down, but look at the queen. She's just barely hanging on. Tesla, no!
What?
Wait, queen!
Small bomb!
Queen, she's
what?
Wow, look at the queen. She's barely hanging on, but the problem is we still have an enemy queen, Scatter, and a multi still up.
Yeah, I mean, this is the problem with Dragon Riders. They're just... I'm not sure. You really can see that, like, they have not gotten a new level on Town of 15, and you can really feel that. So, like, it's just a little bit which is always missing, but it is missing, so it's really hard to overcome it with this backend.
So, if we think about it, this is going to put Empire Gaming to 6 stars, right? Inquisition has 7, but don't forget that Inquisition also has a 1 star. So, that means that Empire Gaming has all 2 stars. Inquisition got 2 triples and a 1. They have yet to get a 2 star, but they still have the star advantage now because of their triples. So Empire Gaming, yeah, they're safe. They're already making it to the playoffs. They're fine, but they still want to win. They still want to go 3-0 in the group stage and really show the rest of the teams how strong they are and how ready they are. But Inquisition is trying everything to stay alive to be able to advance to the playoff stage.
Yeah, I think especially Inquisition has still the chance of going 2-1 as well. So tiebreaker system-wise, I think it's head-to-head. So this means if Empire is losing this, they still might up being a second-place team, right? And this is then important for the seeding and for the like bracket system for next week. So you do not want to be a second seed team, because this means you could face off against Na'Vi. This means you could face off versus Tribe. Those are teams which you typically try to avoid overall. So yeah, with that being said, for them, yes, they're already pretty much guaranteed in the next weekend, but still they want to be first seed in their group.
For sure. They don't want to be second. They're trying their best, as now we're seeing Stefan coming in with the Blizzard Lalo. Using the Blizzard, against a Blizzard Lalo team, or at least who really knows Blizzard really well, to see if he can get the value. Does sneak the blimp in near the Town Hall. Invisibilities are being used to help lock onto the Expo and the Town Hall, but Town Hall is invisible.
Ooh, the king is helping.
They kill the king. Yes,
No!
No! Super Wizards, go for it. Go, yes! Wow. Ooh, that was close.
You're always getting out attack when you're doing a blizzard into an invisibility tower. It's quite a crazy moments right there, but trying to prepare now his heroes. We have seen yesterday how good, especially from Empire Gaming, some players getting those hero dives done. You can get so much value with your heroes if you plan them right. So let's see how good of what type of value he's going to get with this one. Royal Champion in already. King trying to dive into that scatter compartment, and the Queen trying to go for the Eagle.
Yeah, the Queen can make her way to the Eagle. Oh, King might get pulled back out by the Tesla. Ooh, Tesla. Does it pull the King? It pops ability. It does. Pulls the cannon as well. But the Skellies pulled this King back so he can go for the scatter, and the RC's trying to grab that multi.
There's the freeze coming in. Can the Royal Champ somehow get the... I don't think so. Somehow get the multi-inferno tower. This means the multi-inferno tower is going to stay alive, which is really, really important then for the defensive side for later stages. The multi-inferno tower, you don't want to have that on your Lalo. Freezing up. No, he missed the scatter shot with the freeze on the right side. And this could be devastating for his Lalo.
Well, I mean, actually, the scatter goes down. The air defense being frozen allowed the Hound to stay up longer. But the balloons, unfortunately, with that ward ability, not being able to be protected, as a lot of them have gone around. You can see the frustration on Stefan through the emotion. It's written right there how he wanted the balloons to all path through with a potential ward ability. And unfortunate, but you know what? Stefan, it's okay. You guys still have a lead at the moment as long as Empire don't triple, but you know, I say that now and it causes them to triple to make it even closer. Who knows, but it's going to be coming down to the final set of attacks, and that's what we love to see in these types of competition. Yeah, the players might not. The players might want to have an easy road to victory, but we want to see it close. We want to see it come down to those final attacks.
Yeah. I mean, especially if I look at the percentage right now, Inquisition is really far ahead in the percentage game still. I mean, Empire, with not having a single 3-star so far, they are quite far behind. So even if they're 3-star, they would be still behind on percentage. Wow. So that would be important to note still. So the lead would be still there on Inquisition side. Maybe not as I'd like to, but still, this match is still wide open. As you said it, everything is getting closer as you would like to have it from the spectator side. I mean, yes, the players would like to have it, I guess, depending on which team you're asking, but one-sided. But yeah, for us, it's way more entertaining if it's really, really close.
Yeah, in terms of percentage right now, Inquisition, after 4 attacks, are sitting at a 74.2 overall percentage. Empire at a 47.6. So that means if Empire triple, they'll be at a 67.6, which is still quite a bit lower than Inquisition. So if Inquisition triple their final attack, they hold it all. They will win no matter what. But here we go. Jesus is in with our Blizzard Lalo. Of course, this is the Blizzard Lalo King. Just like Stars, they're one of the best players in the world at doing this attack. So let's see if there's anyone I'm expecting to triple for sure in this match. It's going to be Jesus here. Let's see if he can get it done.
Yes, the Blizzard right into the scatter compartment, raising things up, making sure that he's getting all the value which he could get, triggering the invisibility tower already. But we have seen that yesterday. He now needs to make sure that he's pushing early on into that invisibility tower town hall, because take a look at that. There is two of them around that town hall. So this could be quite problematic because the second invisibility tower is reloading, and this could be a big problem with only having a couple of freezes.
Now, how do you deal with double invis on both sides of the town hall? Because if you freeze one, the other one goes off. You can't freeze both of them. So as the Queen's gonna move her way in. He's got invisibility spell of his own. Balloons onto the cannon. King finds a Tesla farm to the right side as he can send the RC over to help grab that multi. So the multitasking is for real here in this attack.
Yeah, this Bad Tower, the first one, should get triggered as soon as he's locking onto the gold storage, and then this Queen is going to target right away the Archer Tower and then the other gold storage. Is he even going to run into the... Ooh, wait.
What? Okay. This Queen.
How does that work?
That's not good.
And he's starting the Lado, are you kidding me? I would have been...
Oh, no.
I would go crazy around this top side, and he's already starting with the Lado.
What? She goes for the town hall and no! She doesn't go for it. She doesn't take it down. The invis was there and she's dead. Uh-oh. He's gonna send a few balloons in. Are you serious? He's going in a handful of loons, moving into this monolith, moving into the left side. But because that invisibility spell was there, it cost the Queen to ignore it. Wow. Well.
What? I mean, that was really ambitious going for that Town Hall dive with just the Queen. I mean, he had a lot of spells left, like invisibility spells, phrases and everything, but
yeah,
going for that was, yeah, really confident versus 2 invisibility towers right there. So, good base baiting by Inquisition, really denying this type of attack, because we know Empire Gaming loves those Blizzard Lalo attacks, and I feel like especially this setup was really good against it. I mean, yes, he even triggered one of the 2 invisibility towers early on, and the value for the Blizzard wasn't bad either, but it just, yeah, the hero follow-up after made it so tricky, because you don't want your Lalo into the Town Hall with 2 invisibility towers roundabout. You don't want to hero dive in there because you don't get the value. And what he then had to do is splitting up the heroes, which made it super risky. And this ended up being a fail. So Inquisition still ahead.
Really tough there, man. Great effort. But I'm going to take a look at the other stats from around the other matches. We've got Chasmac EA up 10-9 right now, 4 attacks each. We've got Bedzinger up 10-9 as well, with 4 attacks each. And then we have EM versus Obey, and EM is currently up 10-7 in that match. So there was a 1-star and only 2 stars for Obey, so unfortunately not their day. But now Vendetta is with a Queen, a Charge Lalo, and a Stone Slammer, unless he decides to switch that up. 2 Hogs in the mix. Probably try to lure out CC or something as the Queen's charging her way closer towards this Eagle Artillery.
I remember with pain the last time Inquisition did a Queen Charge Lalo far side from the Town Hall. So let's hope for the best. Let's hope for the best to make this somehow work. I mean, they're really coming in with some of the hardest strategies to pull off at the moment. So, yeah, it's not going to be easy at all. The poison spell is down to somehow take down the ice golems and make sure the Queen can get quicker into the next stage of the attack. And it feels like he does not even want to break into the eagle compartment. Instead, maybe just walk around it and make sure that he's like getting out of the value. But take a look at that. Raged up, exposed, raged up.
Oh my gosh.
Ooh, the healers are frozen.
They're being shredded. Yeah, the healer's frozen, and the Queen's health from the raged up expo just plummeting. But luckily, she's being healed back up as the Lalo's now starting over near the Town Hall. But look, another invis sitting right behind the Town Hall here, Itsu.
Uh-oh. That's all what I can say right now. I'm kind of scared with this. The Queen Charge looking good, but the Town Hall has to go down. There's another phrase. Warden ability now. Rage there, but the Tornado Trap making sure those loons are having to work for the Town Hall, and there's now the invisibility spell. You are kidding me. No way.
No. Oh, the
One
RC
rage loon.
No, the RC ability at least hit it.
Okay.
Wow, was that close? I would have been freaking out and just going crazy. The Balloon Rage and RC ability helped clutch it. And wait a second. Can this work? The RC... Wait, the wall break. The wall break's going to allow the Queen to come back around. But the Queen versus Skeletons. The timing. The Diggy stuns the scatter. But the Queen's going to die to the enemy Queen. Oh, how
But it doesn't matter. The percentage. He got so many percentage points on this one. And remember, Empire is already 1 star behind. So even if they 3-star, they cannot overcome the percentage. So Inquisition should win this match with 11 stars.
Wow, yeah, they should win it because Empire's got all 2 stars. And Inquisition have gotten a 1-star. So to think that you put up a 1-star and you still can win off of percentage coming in at the end of the match. Wow, because the best Empire can do is tie 9-10 to 11, could tie it up 11-11. But the yeah, they'll be down by 10%. It's not even close because Inquisition are at 93.2 right now. Empire are sitting at 63.4. So the best Empire Gaming can do is if they triple is go to 83. So they'll be losing no matter what by like 10%, roughly around there. So really strong performance from Inquisition, which means that they are going to be able to get the victory. And we'll have to take a look at all the stats, at least for their group, because that's going to be hard to see. Wow.
It's 3-2, three teams now with 2-1. Chessmac Gaming has
really?
two wins, 1 loss.
Wow.
Empire Gaming has 2 wins, 1 loss. Inquisition has 2 wins and 1 loss. So we have to take a look at the, I guess, either head-to-head and then the average stars and percentage. Maybe we get told by the producers.
Either way, Smokey Bear's in.
Is having the head-to-head, but for now, you said it, we have another Lalo attack on its way.
Yes, Smokey's coming in with a Lalo, the Zap Lalo, with the Lightning taking out the enemy Queen, trying to get his Queen to go for the Town Hall, and he's just happy no spells near this Town Hall, so he doesn't have to worry about it. He can be sure for that Queen to secure the Town Hall with at least ability no matter what. And he's got a Stone Slammer to utilize part of the Lalo portion as the King is going to go into a Tesla farm. And finding a Tesla farm early in your attack is critical and really helps if you can take it down with your heroes.
Yes, and for the group then itself, like maybe they don't win this match, Empire Gaming, but for the group then itself, this 3-star would be important. Queen going down, King and Royal Champion at the bottom side still trying their best, and every percentage matters. If this would be a 3-star, this would be really important because having only 10 stars would really lower the average star count and destruction count overall for Empire Gaming, and this might be important for the groups for who is going to get first and second seed, because with this match right now we're going to have 3 teams with this result of 2 wins and 1 loss, and this means everything matters. Every star, every bidding, everything right there. Warden ability is used to protect this group of loons to push into the base, but with the Poison Tower this is not looking easy.
He's moving in with the balloons to the top side into the scatter, freezing up the Eagle and the multi. The Warden is just bailing from those balloons to the top side. He's following that Dragon Rider and the Inferno Dragon, taking out that enemy RC with the Baby Dragon off to the far right side. These balloons have all disappeared, and this has not been Empire Gaming's war, as it's all 2 stars for them. And Inquisition with the 2 triples and the 1-star. They are going to be winning this one. We already knew, obviously, before this attack went in. But, wow, a very strong defensive showcase from Inquisition here, as we will definitely be bringing you the stats. So do not go anywhere after this match ends, because you're going to want to know who advances to the playoff. Not only are we going to show you the group stage and the final results, we're also going to show you the bracket at the end, at the very end of here, so you guys know exactly the matches to expect come next week in the playoffs. But congratulations first to Inquisition winning this match, and wow, they take this one, which really is gonna have to make it for us to figure out hey, who's going to win on tiebreakers in Group 3?
Yeah, and this is our second match today where the team with the 1-star actually won. I mean, Strat had a 1-star as well, and they won their matchup. Same thing with Inquisition. But if you take a look now at the bigger picture, what is if Inquisition would have a second seed position in the group if they would have gotten 1-star more? I would...
Don't say that.
This would feel bad. I mean, I'm sorry for mentioning it, but it might be a possibility with everything being so close in this group, and we will see in just a couple of seconds as everything is like getting put together, like stats-wise and everything so on. But you can see that like the percentage were not high at all for Empire Gaming in this match. Where on the other side, everything except the 1-star was on really high percentage as well, or just the 3-stars. So really good match from Inquisition, and this has to be super close.
Yeah, it's going to be very close as they are currently finalizing the group stages. I'm going to go and give you the information of the other wars, right? So we can maybe start to figure out the percentages and what their total star count was. So Chasmac EA versus Blind Esports. Chasmac EA won 13-12, but they got only 88% to a 93. They still won based off of stars. Then we have Zinger, which is in a different group. They won over Yarika 13-11 there. And then back in, now we have Obey versus EM. Obviously, neither one of them can advance, but EM won 11-9. Unfortunately, there we had Obey with the 1-star they had there from Kartik. But yeah, this one's going to be coming down to the wire as the group stages are being finalized here at Zoo.
Wait, EM just had twice 9 stars, and then they beat Tribe Gaming with like 11-10, or what was it, 12-10 or something?
Yeah, no, EM didn't have 9. Obey had 9 there. EM had 11, and they won. Yeah.
Oh, okay. So I misunderstood that. Okay, otherwise that would be kind of funny, just like having twice 9 stars and then beating Tribe Gaming.
Tribe's kryptonite, you know?
Yeah. That's how you make the storyline up. That's how it works. But yeah, they're still calculating the tiebreakers, everything, to make sure the stats are correct and so on. But it has to be super, super close, especially in Group 3. I think Group 1 has to be, I think it's kind of like Navi is first. And then do we have any other teams with like 2? No, I think
we had, Chasmac GS was 3-0 as well, and Group 4. And so they are going to be first as well in that stage.
Okay, so the other, only Group 3 is that close, right?
Yeah, Group 3 is basically the one that's really up in the air right now of, we don't know who's 1 seed, 2 seed, really everything. But what I'm going to be curious to know for all of you at home right now, all the viewers at home, who are you most excited to see not only in the playoffs, but this year? What team do you guys want to be following this year the most, or maybe who you're rooting for, or who you want to be able to see throughout the rest of these tournaments getting golden tickets? So let us know in the chat the teams that you really want to see do well. It could even be for the playoffs here in the warm-up, or maybe a team that didn't make it to warm-ups. So we really love to see kind of your input of the teams that you guys are keeping your eyes on, because we're going to be bringing you guys so much more this year. It's going to be amazing. I cannot wait for this year of Clash of Clans Esports. So I'm going to keep my eye on there. I'm seeing a lot of Navi as well, who are the defending champions. So you guys want to see them again back there. But man, can't wait to know what is going to happen here in this group stage and who's advancing to the playoffs, because there's quite a bit of money on the line here.
Yes, that's right. In addition,
there it is.
then we have the prize money again with, as we said it, just getting into the top 8, which is now the playoff phase, is already going to guarantee you a lot of prize money, $1,250. And then we have the big prize money part on the higher seedings. But what I want to say as well is that, because I saw this question a lot of times in the chat during the matches, this is the warm-up tournament, which means this is not a qualifier or like an opportunity for the team to win a golden ticket or anything. This is just like as a as a start into this new season, to this new year of Clash of Clans esports. So this is not connected to any qualifiers or the World Championship itself. It's just like the warm-up tournament, as the title already says, and it's otherwise not really connected, just to make sure, because a lot of people were already getting afraid, oh, my favorite team did not make it that far, and maybe it's already affecting their chances for the World Championship. That's not the case. So this is something independent, and just for us to witness a great start into the new year of Clash of Clans esports overall.
So I've got a question for you, Itsu, since you are definitely one with the pro mindset when it comes to knowing strategies in Clash of Clans. So we've seen almost no use case of super miners, right? What would you do to change super miners, if you could, to maybe make them more valuable, useful in a way in Clash of Clans? Because as we could tell, they're not really being used by the pro scene. What type of changes would you do to that troop to kind of make it so that pros would want to use them?
I personally like it a lot if troops have like identities, like really good use cases, and that's where they're really good at, and not like a troop which is doing a lot of things at the same time. Like, for example, then we have the super miner, which is somewhat good at like tanking, dealing damage with the Inferno Dragon type, and then the bomb as well, which is dropping. So it's a lot of things thrown into the mix, and it's like it can do a lot of things, but nothing really, really good. So that's, I feel like they need to really specifically go for one direction. But I think we have heard it. They are ready with the tiebreaker. So let's jump into it and see who is actually getting the second position. And we have Inquisition not making it. It was so close. They had the highest percentage in the group. They had the highest percentage in the group, but just not the stars.
Imagine, what if that one star cost them? It could have been it.
No, you know, don't even say it.
It could have been. I mean, Chazmac got 3 triples in their last match against Blind Esports.
Wait, I think every star counts 0.3, so that would be at 11.
That's a different clan. That was a different clan. So, but yeah, wow. Oh my, that's crazy there. Because Chazmac EA at the very top. Look at that, 1 and 2. They advanced barely over Blind Esports there. So Chazmac Gaming, hang on. They didn't play in their last match. They just barely hung on. But Chazmac Gaming GS, and Chazmac Gaming EA all advanced to the playoffs. So there's going to be some Chazmac versus Chazmac matches for sure to come up. Wow.
That's going to be crazy, but take a look as well at the group 1. I mean, we had even a lot of tiebreakers over there, which I didn't really expect. So, especially with the stars Chazmac Gaming EA were able to put up. I mean, we have seen today the first match versus Na'Vi, and I feel like they were coming the closest to really challenging them. So, yeah, I mean,
here we go.
Let's take a look at the bracket. Okay? So we have we have Na'Vi versus Clash Gems. I feel sorry for Clash Gems. Tribe Gaming versus Chazmac Gaming. Empire Gaming versus Strat. And Chazmac Gaming GS versus Chazmac EA. You said there's going to be at least one Chazmac versus Chazmac, but
there it is.
Yeah, I mean, this is looking spicy.
Oh my, that is definitely going to be an interesting bracket. Every single one of these matches is going to be must-watch Clash of Clans just matches. Wow, this is going to be awesome stuff. And if you guys are wondering, when is this going to be? It's going to be next weekend, Saturday and Sunday. You do not want to miss those. Make sure to mark it on your calendar. Make sure to wake up. It's going to be the exact same time that these streams have been for those streams next weekend. And wow, imagine, look, Na'Vi, if they win, if Tribe wins, and then they can meet each other just before. They wouldn't meet each other in the grand final. So this is going to be just insane amount of stuff coming in every single match. I can't wait for it. Itsu.
Yeah, it's going to be crazy. I mean, I would have liked to see the opportunity to have Na'Vi versus Tribe Gaming in the finals, but with the one Tribe Gaming match not really hitting the mark which they had before, so maybe they're going to struggle a bit with like their consistency. Let's see how they're going to show up next week. But Overall, I mean, I cannot wait. This is so many good matches already. So to start like this new year of Clash Esports, and I'm just super excited for that.
Yeah, and this is going to be single elimination. So no double elimination. You lose a match, you are out, and there will be a third and fourth place match as well. So we will be able to identify who's going to be first, second, and third. So since this is single elimination, so much is on the line for every single one of these matches. And if you're wondering when is it going to be, it's going to be starting next Saturday. Next Saturday at 12 UTC. So mark your time, mark the calendars. It's really early for me. I have to wake up like 5 or 6 a.m. for me, so I've got to be up. But I'm waking up that early for these crazy matches for sure. So again, when is that going to be? Saturday. That's next Saturday, coming in next weekend at 12 UTC. I cannot wait for the playoffs. It's going to be Saturday and Sunday at the exact same times both days, but what an incredible weekend we had here at Itsu. I can't wait for the next weekend. Do you have any final words before we sign off for the day?
I mean, I cannot wait with the teams showing sometimes up and sometimes not in the Town of 15 meta. It's really base dependent, and I feel like on this weekend itself, it was hard to adapt for the players and for the base builders. So I want to see what is the adaptation from this weekend to next weekend. Is it going to be more box spaces, less box spaces? We have seen a lot of people, the answer for box spaces is Zap Titans. Is it going to be something which is going to get baited heavily with like giant bombs, I don't know, like traps in general or something? So this is what I would like to see, and then concentrate on next weekend as we see how the bases, how the attack style is going to adapt in between this 1 week, and if anything at all is going to change.
Yeah, I mean, there's going to be so much, and they got the week, so they could build the bases. And that's the thing now that they're in a bracket. They know exactly the path that they have to go to be victorious, meaning they know who they are playing and who they potentially will be playing moving into the bracket. So they can build some bases for those specific opponents, which is really awesome to know that they can really try to bait certain attacks that certain teams may be comfortable with. So I cannot wait for next weekend. Again, that is going to be next Saturday and Sunday starting at 12 UTC. That's going to be the playoffs, and it's going to be single elimination with $30,000 on the line. Again, want to send a huge thank you to Supercell, the production for this, you, my co-caster Itsu, and of course all the players and the viewers at home. Cannot wait for next weekend. Hopefully you guys have a great rest of your day today. See you next Saturday at 12 UTC. Till then, Clash on.